And I'm short. Oh, come on. What is that? Baby! Good Monday morning. We have Anthony. We have Tucker. We have Dog in Closet. And we're chilling. Brand new Monday. Brand new stream. Spider-Man popped off this weekend. I haven't seen it yet, so if you spoil it, I will shave your head and staple your nutsack to your forehead.
Jeez.
Hey, brand new month too, technically.
That's true.
Brand new stream. Let's go. Hopefully no tech issues today. I think I solved the crash issue. Famous last words. We'll see you guys next Monday when I fix it again, because it's going to crash right now.
Yeah.
Welcome back to WhaleWatch, everyone. We are going to be doing some interesting stuff with the schedule for the next few weeks while we get stuff figured out for the new structure of Monday and Wednesday being slightly separate, slightly different. But for the most part, we're going to be doing the same shenanigans a little bit later in the day. I think we're going to start doing 10, 15 minutes before market open, since we're not going to have a whole lot to do in pre-markets for our Monday morning shows moving forward. But we'll still be here, our normal 2 hours on Wednesday. Maybe we'll stretch it to 3. We'll see how spicy we're feeling. But for now, let's just go ahead and do a quick little rundown of our usual pre-market dicking around. What do we got on Anthony's screen here? And then we will hop over to a little bit of news, and we'll trade the open and do our good old-fashioned flow reviews into later in the morning. But what the hell is that, Anthony? What are you looking at?
Look who's back. Look who's back at the top again.
This SPCX guy needs... Who I saw a couple of people posting about buying him over the weekend, and I was like, don't buy those.
I saw so many people post about it like the first time they hit. They're like, oh, they're 300% out of the money weeklies. We're gonna see a big pop. Like, that hasn't happened. But yeah, I mean, like, just consistently.
Yeah, just rinse and repeat. Build, expire worthless pocket money. That's been the strategy for the $300+ strikes in SPCX. Sell those shits, sit on them, expire worthless, pocket money. And this person's been doing it since SPCX got options to begin with. So, on one hand, good for them. On another hand, hey, fuck you, guy.
Yeah, like, share some of that with us. Why don't you share a little with us? Everything else is kind of on my filter. Just weekly far out of the money stuff. Tesla 4-day 42% out of the money puts. Just nothing super good here. Just all short dated stuff, like MU 25% out of the money puts that expired today. MU's down, I think, this morning a little bit though. I think we're down a little bit. Down 4%. Yeah, it's down a little bit, but 25% out of the money with that data over the weekend. They're probably gonna be kind of treading on some water.
Walking on water? Anthony's Jesus?
Yeah.
Heard
If I was, I'd
heard it here first.
I don't think I'd be doing this if I was that. I'd probably be sleeping still.
No, you'd be unconscious on the floor from all the water you turned to wine.
Yeah, that too. Hey, I'd have my own. I'd have my own winery, man. I'd open my own winery.
Lowest upkeep costs ever of any winery in history.
Now, was it ever described if Jesus, when he turns water into wine, can he age it through that process? Like, does it taste like it's been aged?
I feel like you can assume
something, right?
I feel like you can assume.
I think it would just be the finished product, Tucker.
But of varying ages.
Yeah.
Well, you got to tell him what cut. Well, you probably have to give him the order, and then he'd turn it into wine. Like, you tell him, I want this 90-year-old aged wine, and then pop, there it is.
Yeah, but like, what about like if Jesus turns water into like champagne? Is it real champagne, right? Because champagne has to come from a specific
Tucker, I
region.
don't think they had champagne back in those days.
It's wine, bro. Can you make bubbles too? This is interesting.
Should we just like sit here in silence and just like?
Yeah, I was just staring at the camera.
Chat, help me out here. This is important. This is important information to have.
Tucker, that can be your project this week. Go back in time and figure it out.
All right. Sounds good.
um,
It's Monday. You can tell. Jesus Christ.
yeah, that's
Yeah, God forbid I have a little fun. God forbid I bring a little energy to this fucking show.
Jeez, well, Tucker had a date this weekend, I see.
I did not know. I had a work trip. I was gone from Tuesday to Saturday.
Did you
night.
take the bus? You should have took the bus to Philly, like I told you to.
I drove myself. They only had a 7-seat minivan available, and so I drove a
Dude,
7-seat minivan.
In 2015, I was in Southeast Asia with a buddy, and did a little party hardy, right? On top of that, got food poisoning from a kebab that I ate, and we got crammed 14 people into a 7-person minivan
What?
No.
for 12 hours, just back road riding in that broken piece of shit minivan that was made for 7 people, and there were 14 people crammed in there, and I was just trying so hard not to purge next to the person that was sitting next to me. It was so hard. What time does Gex update? How many times per day is it updated? The Periscope tool updates every 1 minute on the Retail Pro plan, every 10 minutes on Retail Max, and on Retail Pro it updates every 10 minutes. OI Derived Gamma updates in the morning.
About, I think, 5:45 Eastern. Does that sound right?
Something
Maybe
like that.
6:45 Eastern.
Yeah.
It's early. It's
Before
early.
I'm awake.
Yep, that's all that matters is before I'm awake.
TBM Google account says
hey,
hi
Nick?
from Thailand. What's going on, homie?
Hey, what's up?
Maybe
Yeah.
I should on my end. I'm not seeing any comments, and on my end, the YouTube stream has not started yet. I just tried refreshing. But...
I'm literally talking to the YouTube chatters
No,
right now.
I believe you, but I've just refreshed 3 times and it's not starting. What the hell is happening?
Are you on the right one?
Maybe you should have.
It's got the thumbnail.
You're probably on the 10th. That's the one that I accidentally put it on.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. We're vibing, though.
Good
We're
job.
vibing. Good morning, everybody. Let's take a look at these Googles. At around 8:30, I'll let Twitter by large know that we're live. And then I think another 20 minutes after that, I might push people toward YouTube because I want to build a YouTube out. Not that I don't love you guys on Twitter. I do. But I would like YouTube to start growing alongside you guys. That'd be dope. But we'll worry about that later. Let's look at some Google and stop arguing about what kind of wine Jesus makes.
Yeah, these Googs that came in on Friday here, all of it carried over. So I mean, they were already up pretty significantly, 301 up to 619. So they're up over 100% already. Probably wouldn't want to chase something like that. Is Goog up today? I've not looked actually. Google's up another 1.39%, and you remember those Google calls that I had I think it was last Friday or 2 Fridays. I don't know. It was a Wednesday or a Monday show. No, I think it was a Monday show. Yeah, it was the last Monday show where I had those Google calls, dude. Oh my god, I sold those for I think it was like 20%. I got them right here. Look at this thing. I think I left a little. I think I left some profits on the table on these, $5 all the way up to $23 a contract. I think I left a little profit on the table there, but I'll take that there. Yeah, this whale is still into. Obviously, you're not going to chase something like this, but man, what a move from when those came in there. Jeez, and even those Nvidia calls from there when I took some of those there too. These actually came back, and these Nvidia whales have been kind of coming back there. I mean, these closed at 562 on Friday, but I think Nvidia's down pre-market right now. Yeah, down almost 1% right now. Yeah. Let's see, I don't know what else we got for open interest.
EJ, new member on YouTube, homie. Thank you. Welcome,
Hey,
welcome. Yeah, a lot of that SoFi volume from Friday kind of carried over too. A little longer dated, 109 days out there, 21% out of the money, but very interesting. When SoFi does its thing, it really does its thing. I will say, SoFi has had many an up and down over the last 5 years, but ultimately, I think most people who are long-term invested in SoFi feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, I would probably say the major banks are probably a safer thing to look at there. I mean, if banks are failing, we're probably all screwed anyways. So
That was my take when that bank run happened on the regional banks. Everyone was like, "Oh no, oh no!"
Yeah,
I was like,
that
it
was
sucks, it's bad, but if we need to be worried if we see shit like this happen to like Wells Fargo, that's when shit's on fire.
Yeah, if there's bank runs at JP Morgan and Wells Fargo, then you kind of got a problem. Then you're probably taking cash that doesn't even probably doesn't really have value.
And the dollar's not going to do a whole lot anymore.
No. I was kind of looking through here too, just trying to look for some bigger open interest in those. I keep seeing the Fermi is here, and
FRMI has had some
dabbled it.
spice. Yeah. Let's look at some of
Yeah, I mean,
those.
they're just so far out of the money though for 11 days out. But yeah, I mean, all of that carried over from Friday here. I don't know how that tape actually looked. I mean, the tape looks good here too. I mean, look at that. You're getting your ascending fill here. IV's rising, man. I mean, these look good. We got earnings in 10 days. So these overlap earnings exactly by a day. So I don't know how we do with earnings with this. Let's take a little.
Tucker and Anthony also, for the next 7 minutes or so before open, I'm going to be kind of stress testing in a way the changes I made that I think will fix the crashes. So let me know instantly if you get that weird microphone thing. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm just doing some extra processes that I shouldn't do just to see what happens. It shouldn't even stutter. There should be no stutter. There should be nothing if I'm right. But go ahead. You can just continue. They'll know right away if it breaks.
Yeah, for me, not really a lot of historical stuff in here to kind of go off of, but not to change the subject quick since we're talking about tech stuff. Hey Tucker, I figured out why that mic was making that radio sound.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, look. Is it doing it?
Yes,
it is. Yeah, it's his. It's so stupid.
The little AV thing or whatever you want to call it. The little 3-prong thingy on the back. If I put my...
Oh, now you're muted.
Yeah, he muted himself.
No, he's still talking.
Yeah, I know. He muted. He fucked it up. He broke it. You're literally talking to yourself right now. Yeah, it's still not. You shouldn't have messed with it. It's set to your headset microphone on Riverside.
That makes sense. I don't want to hear.
It has nothing to do with your microphone right now. It's Riverside.
Okay, so if I put my finger on the back of mine, what'll happen?
It shouldn't do the same thing. I don't know why that happens to his. The XLR should have no connection to radio frequencies.
That's
but no, it's not your microphone that's muted, Anthony. You changed.
Yeah,
I
got it. It's because I unplugged it. But
we do have a direct request from BK as well. Once you're done with FRMI.
Let's do that there.
But yeah, he when he touches his XLR port, it picks up a radio frequency. It's probably from his nipple antenna.
Yeah, there's a big radio antenna just kind of over that way a little bit. But that's funny. I was moving.
So unfortunately, it wasn't aliens, which sucks. I was hoping they're trying to make contact, and we were going to be the first point of contact and be the homies here on WhaleWatch with the aliens.
Oh my god, people would finally watch the show.
Yeah, right.
That'd be crazy.
That's our only viewers is the aliens.
No, I more meant like people be like, "Oh my god, these guys made history for what?" That we would literally be in history books.
They'd be like, "How do these 3 dweebs get it?" But like, they're like, "Oh, we're coming for the Hazel headlines."
Yeah.
They're trying to stay up to date on the latest earthly news of Nintendo implosions and Spider-Man movies. That's what the aliens are here for.
Does trading happen here? We only know this because of Hazel headlines. What?
Yeah. All right, we'll do these Microsoft 600s for our man BK.
Yeah, I'm looking at these here. There's kind of a lot of volume on them. I do want to just kind of take a peek at the big one here. It looks like 622. I just want to kind of come back to that. It's my 622. There's been a lot of open interest sitting in here for a while. Kind of looks like maybe 6.5. Maybe 6.1 there actually. Let's go back there. Let's go back.
Keep going. I will be right back.
Guy there. Ooh, yeah, these. So looking at 6-1 here, we had 8,200 contracts. Let's pop down to 6-1 here. Let's follow this up here too. So we had the 8,000 contracts come in. So most of that carried over. Then it looks like 6-5. Maybe they closed some and another party's holding a couple of them. There's your big ask side there. I think, just kind of speculating here, maybe they were long and they're just getting out there, and then you're kind of seeing some other spikes in here. Yeah, hard to know if they were actually sold though. Let's see. I mean, you have 6,600. Most of that, about half of that dropped off, so some of it remained there. I'm just kind of looking through here. 1,700. You have some carry over. Let's see, just kind of pop. Then you got some contracts. So it looks like that 622. Here's this guy right there, 622, and that 716 are related. So yeah, that's a contract change hands on this one here. So like if we come back here, so 1,700 here, most of that carries over, and then you look at 716, 1,800, just a small little change in that open interest. So this one for sure that came in here looks like they got out of their position there. If they were long short, who knows? Kind of difficult there, and kind of the same situation with that first one there too. I wouldn't really. We can look at that original tape and just see how it kind of looks. And it's a big multi-legger, big previous multi-legger here, and it's yeah, they're doing a lot on this one here. Let's see. So it's a 4-legger there. Yeah, there's kind of a lot going on this one here. I don't think you're, and look at all that volume there too on that expired stuff there. Yeah,
well, at least we can be confident the 600s were new on this screen.
Yeah, yeah, that's. Those you can at least say were the new ones, but yeah, that previous stuff, just a lot going on in there. Yeah, pretty kind of messy. But
yeah, sometimes you'll, especially with the big market cap names, you're gonna see shit like this that makes that seem clean. There's just so much volume, so many transactions getting punted back and forth on some of the big names, especially the Mag 7 names. It gets pretty messy and harder to read. But that 6,000 size that we saw in that initial spread was definitely an opener. You could tell there was only 2,000 open interests on one order of 6,000. But when you're sitting on 40,000 open interests, it gets harder and harder and harder.
Yeah, this is just messy. It does look like I think they meant the 500 call. So we actually had a good example on the 600 there, but it was the 500.
Actual link.
So I got it right here, Tucker.
Gotcha.
I got it.
I'm just
yeah, it looks like you
well,
did.
I got it from you sending me it. That's what I was going with.
Oh, I've already got it.
Well, I didn't say I wouldn't have found it. I said, hey, I got it up. Yeah, another one. Look at all that open interest on this one here, and it's been sitting in here. Man, this thing's
like
had
open
interest. Yeah, even back into December. I mean, at least 1,500.
I mean, if you go back up to Friday's flow, though, it looks like they're gone.
Yeah, something. I want to find those big days. So I mean, maybe that 6, 8, 17, 18, 22-ish here. I mean, you're seeing big open interest changes then. 27. Yeah, I mean, you're seeing most of that volume. Well, minus that one. I mean, 617, you got 32,000, then you only have 18,000 carryover, so some changing hands in there. Oof, yeah, there's kind of a lot. Yeah, and then you got that kind of drop off here, and even then, out of the 81,000 contracts traded on Friday, you only had 54,000 drop off. Yeah, there's a lot going on in here. A little too much to kind of, and let me pop this back even more.
We got a big old pullback on the NASDAQ right off the open, down about $100 or 100 points rather.
Hey,
so I'm going to be keeping an eye on back tests to see if I can't get with them. But go ahead and continue looking at this Microsoft. We've got a couple requests from Meta as well, but I'm going to get set up to start scalping as well. Cool.
I'll finish out Microsoft here, and then I can pull Meta, and I just want to get my stuff refreshed here. But yeah, the Microsoft here, a little kind of too much going on here to get a true signal on that one here. All right, let me get my stuff refreshed here, and then I will pull up Meta. Let's do this. Let's do Meta. And get our refreshes in. Oh, man.
Oh, Nazi is not going to backtest for me. They're just going for it. Where are they? Already down to 28,310s from an open around 420. Hey, 420 blazing for Jesus. We were just talking about turning water to wine. And he turned bond water into wine, too.
Jeez.
Dude, they made wine, too?
Jeez. Yeah, look at all that the positioning is up there, but man, we're kind of getting close to that rate. Obviously, got a little ways to go, but there's not positioning really down below us either, man.
Yeah, SPX is also the S&Ps in general much stronger than the Nasdaq right now.
Yeah, I think chips are kind of bringing down Nasdaq right now a little bit.
I'm gonna let that stop out fast. I just got a good old-fashioned chunk of slippage right when I entered that trade, so I am down $40 in half a second. I'm gonna let this take me out.
I've even got a little slippage on my S&P or my MES there. Little slippage there too. So
yeah, so I'm gonna let them settle down a little bit.
Yeah, let's take a peek at Meta here. Let's take a peek at Meta. Meta's up. Meta's shooting up here right at open here, already up 2%. Contract wise here, obviously, we're 3 minutes into the day, so take them with a grain of salt right now. We'll get some more volume coming in here in a little bit, but I just want to go back to Friday and see how anything's sticking out there. Just a lot of 0-day, high volume, no signal stuff there. There's not any signal when you see these big high volume contracts. So there's just so many contracts being punted around. Nothing's really traded directly on one side here. I mean, it's split between the ask and bid here. There's not really any signal within this stuff here. And even just kind of looking at that Thursday volume, look at all that volume. You had 10,000 contracts. You only had 3,600 carryover. So
a lot of intraday shenanigans.
It's just so many contracts being punted around. You don't know who's holding what. There's not signal in this at all. All right, let's pop back to today. We can take a peek at that heat zone here, see how that looks there. 0-day, they got some positive gamma up there at 580. We're kind of trying to truck up towards that right now, so
we did take some solid heat on this account with that slippage, though. Just a quick little warning. If you're trading the open on futures, you're going to see that order book get nutso out of nowhere. We took a $200 hit on that slippage. I was instantly down about 40 points from clicking a market order. So I'm going to wait for a really clean setup, and I think we're going to end green on this account today. I'm putting my thumb there.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, just looking at Meta here. I kind of like that setup on Meta. Your put walls at 570. You got support there. Absolute gamma's up at 750. I mean, that's pretty far away from us right now, but just kind of looking at the heat zones here, that 580 0-day's got the most attention on it. That 4-day out, we're right at that 570. That is our highest gamma level there. And yeah, other than that, I mean, just kind of some smaller stuff there. I mean, maybe a little more upside today, possibly. I mean, we're already up, we've already moved, $2 there since we were talking about that there. We're getting up there. Just keep in mind, once price kind of gets up to those heavy positive gammas, you see it kind of dampen a little bit, so it can act as a magnet, but then acts as resistance as well. And we're already kind of there on that 4-day one there. 0-day has a little room there, but you're chasing something that's up 3% already too, so just keep that in mind.
Also in mind, we have had a full turnaround up toward this positive gamma. Look at this ripper on SPX here.
Yeah.
They opened down right on top of positive gamma at 75.05, instantly stuck the landing, and now we're trading at 75.40s, which is another heavy positive gamma spot. But if you look at the last couple of minutes here, it's tapering up. We have more buildup at 75.60, 75.70, 75.75, just all getting really heavy on the positive gamma side. And look at this turnaround on the NASDAQ off that dip. They bought that up with a vengeance, baby. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on this. If they keep trucking up toward that positive gamma up high, it's going to be really hard for me not to want to fade this. Especially, now granted, this is 140 points above us. If they get all the way up to my purple line of justice, I'm going to have to mess around. Every time we visit that 28,634, I play it. So if they get up there, I'm gonna play it. But for now, we can just keep trucking along. There is no entry for me on this ripper here.
They're kind of taking a little of that positioning off just on that last update. But yeah, market tide's ripping, SPY premiums are ripping. That's a tough one to short right now. Tough one to kind of short, but yeah, they're kind of taking a little of that off there. We'll see how that goes. I'm kind of hands out. We got data here at 1/4 and then at the top of the hour too.
Great.
So kind of thanks for reminding me about that.
Yeah,
Thanks
glad I could help. Glad I could help.
But yeah, Meta. Yeah, I mean, Meta's already kind of made a big move up there. So, kind of keep that in mind there. Like, yes, there's tons of positive gamma there on that 580 0-day, but we're already up, $20 on the day towards that. So doesn't necessarily mean it's going to hit that positive gamma. It just tends to kind of act as a magnet. Obviously, if we get a Trump tweet or something that can,
you love the volatility of a Trump tweet, baby.
Yeah.
We love the volatility, don't we?
We love the volatility.
The volatility.
We're good. What day? That just made me think. All right, what day is?
I did short that, but I'm about to take it off already. We got about a third of that slippage loss back. I'm still in it. Let's see where they get me. We're right on top of the shelf I targeted. So I'm going to be responsible and take it. We got 120 back. I'm not going to complain. That was just a nut dropping of slip. I'll show where it happened. 1 second. Let me pop it up on screen here. The slippage happened on this candle right here. I was going to try to short the rejection of this prior shelf in the pre-market, and I clicked the order about here at 363. My order filled at above 400.
What?
So we'll be chipping away at that. We took a $300 hit right out of the gate on that slippage, and I got it back to about 231. So we're chilling. We're gonna get it back. We're chilling. We're gonna chip away at it. It happens. You just got to be ready for it. And I flattened that shit the instant it happened.
Look at that update we just had.
Yeah,
too.
dude. They're still building up there.
Yeah,
that was very much not a sell it and hold it type of short that I just took. That was just a quick pullback short. I didn't quite top ticket. I got in at about 520s, and I held it until basically the bottom of this green candle here. Why? That was the shelf that they were kind of spiraling around in the pre-market and overnight session, just holding that line around the 450s. And so once we got to about that 470 spot, which is the top of the drop after open, that's where I flattened it. And right now, obviously, I'm not going to reshort. This is too much buying strength. We're not going to get stupid here to chip away at that slippage loss. We're going to chip away at it slowly and surely. I really want to see some development. All right, there we got a nice little update on gamma exposure. Some of that overhead is starting to taper off a little bit.
Yeah.
If they lose the bottom of this open range here, I'm probably going to short again. But right now, sitting on my hands. Responsible setups only after you get kicked in the nutsack by slipping.
Look at those SPY put premiums coming up here, too.
Yeah.
I mean, market tide's trying to rip up puts now here too. I'm waiting until we get our data. I'm usually not big on trading during data releases. It sucks sometimes. Yeah, I'm just looking at that update. Yeah, Periscope had some really good setups last week too. A lot of good setups last week. I just want to see what's coming in on the tape anyways here. Anything new out of the gate? More Google calls coming in here. Google's up 4%, 4.5% right now. Yeah, I don't think I'm chasing that there.
Yeah. No need to just jump on the bandwagon because it's there. You got to get that set up.
Even Amazon here. I mean, this is tough to short. Just look at those net call premiums just ripping, especially on short dated puts. Just again, that's why you have all those tools there. Like if you saw the floor, you're like, hey, Amazon puts. That's when I like to kind of see what's going on with the premiums. Yes, they can work out there, but that's a tough one to short there. I mean, you're up heavy on the day, already up 5%, and then you got heavy positive net volume, heavy ask side call premium.
Amazon's having a morning.
Yeah, Amazon's had a last Friday was crazy for Amazon. I think
Yeah,
it was
dude.
up like $36 or something.
Yeah, it was spicy.
These IBMs are.
I'm short. I'm about to take it already. I'm not even going to put it on screen. That happened the instant I entered. Anyway, we're chipping away at that slippage loss.
Well, chipping the slippage.
Chipping the slip.
Who chipping the slip?
We went from a little over -300 on that slippage entry to only -160 now. So we are chipping away at it responsibly, folks. Trust me, the desire is there to just load up and ride to get it back. But that would just be really awful practice. We're not going to do that. We're going to chip away at it. But we're ending this show with this account green from that slippage. We're doing it.
Is that a guarantee? Are you guaranteeing us something?
Well, I already got half of it back, so yes.
Fair enough. I'll give you that.
One of the hard things I think about trading is like when something like that happens, especially when you're new, it just feels like shit, man. It's completely out of your power. There's nothing you can do about it. If you get hit with slippage like we did right on the open here, there's not really anything you can do about that. But you just have to recognize that it's not you or your process that made that happen. It was a market mechanic. And so I'm just, you know, it sucks, but I didn't fuck up. You know what I mean? So we're just sticking to the scalping strategy. We'll chip away at it. It's going to be fine.
It's kind of like when you get caught in a headline and the position goes in the whole opposite way.
Yes.
There's nothing
Accurate.
you can do about that, and it sucks, but just like you can't beat yourself up for it. Like Friday, I took a couple trades during power hour. I was down, I was up, and then I gave some of that back there, and then we made it up, and I ended up even greener than I was before I started trading them. So like you can't just let one trade, you know, just ruin your entire day. Just, you know, continue to just follow your rules, and if the trades that don't try to like revenge trade, that's what
revenge will hurt you
trading.
way more in the end, pretty much all of the time.
Yeah, it's and that's the same with averaging down too. Like you know,
don't fall into the averaging down trap. It's not the same as like long-term investing where every few months you put a couple $100 in and just leave it. If you do that shit with options or futures trading, you're going to get hurt. Averaging down is extremely dangerous.
Yeah, the only time because like what I typically will do, especially like when I see longer dated flow, is hey, I might open a quarter of my normal size position with the intent already, hey, I can average down, you know, 1 or 2 times to get to my normal position size. Like if you're planning it out and adjusting your trade for it, then it's fine. But if you're averaging down full positions, you're gonna get hurt very, very quickly. There's a strategy to do it, and then there's the wrong way to do it. There's always the right and wrong way for something. Man, we are trying to go back up there. We got data. Oh, first chunk of data kind of came out there. What's it saying? It's just S&P PMI stuff, and then we got ISM at the top of the hour. Amazon shares touch a new high. Big surprise. Especially after that earnings report.
We got a blanket request from Herb on ONDS. We can take a little peek-see there.
Yeah, let's take a peek here. Let me pop that up. ONDS. So getting some good ask side call premium here. We got earnings on the 13th here, so earnings in 10 days coming up here. So keep that in mind. Just want to look at some of the previous flow on this. This thing hasn't had a ton there. We did get some ask side call premium there on the 30th. Let's go take a peek at that. Where's my 30? We were up 11%. Anything kind of sticking out?
Stick it out, Anthony.
Volume. Yeah, I don't think that's on this stream. That's the after hours stream.
Yeah, that's the after dark. Give a whole new meaning to unusual whales.
Jeez. Yeah, these all kind of expired already too. So let's see. All right, let's go to today. Just see how we kind of look for today out of the gate. Yeah, a lot of that volume, just keeping an eye on that volume here. Again, that high volume doesn't necessarily give you a signal here, and again,
I
it's
feel like
not
we had a look-see
clean
at ONDS last week,
fills.
too.
I think so. I feel like we look at this thing every stream. Yeah, nothing really in there. We can look at the heat zone on it here. That 18 days kind of sticking out here to me a little bit. Keep in mind, we got earnings here on the 13th, though. A little negative gamma below us there on 7. 4-day out, you got a little on 8. Yeah, it's nothing really. And the heat zones are nice on this, but it's a stock that's trading under $10 there too, so you don't have those multiple strikes to really look at and kind of see where that heavier gamma is. There's, I mean, you can only pick a good, 10 strikes here kind of on ONDS versus, like, let me just pop over to SPY here quick. Give me 1 second. 1 second. So, like, if we pop over to SPY here, like, you look at that 0-day here, like, there's multiple strikes on here. It's kind of easier to potentially pick something out versus a name where you only have like 3 strikes showing up on your thing there. It makes it a little difficult there. But kind of looking, it's coming back into that call wall here. It's actually sitting right on a put wall there. Excuse me on that one there. Yeah, sitting right on that put wall at 750 there. So it's put wall is going to act as some support there. A lot of acceleration below us there, and that call wall's kind of right. I mean, well, $10.
Right
I mean,
up against it there.
33%. Yeah, it's it's a toughie, especially with earnings coming up. I just want to look at this one here. Yeah, I mean, you're sitting right on that put wall there. You see that negative gamma below us there, but yeah, gamma wise, I mean, your net gamma is all on your call expert or strikes there above us there. So I mean, that's it would read kind of bullish there to me. And looking at the expirations there too, all that net gamma's on the expiration side of things. They like that 115.27 a lot, as well as that 918. So those are maybe 2 expirations to kind of keep an eye on there. I don't like swinging anything over earnings no matter what. So that's
I shorted
kind of
that
something
high. We are almost green after the slippage. Fuck around, folks. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. We're so close. I'm being patient. Being patient. I'm not gonna mess around. I'm not gonna do stupid shit. But we're close. I told y'all we're gonna end green after that $300 of slippage we hit right at the open. We're gonna get it green little by little.
He made a guarantee. He made a guarantee.
Yeah, and I'm gonna look like a dumbass if I'm wrong.
I mean, you're
so
pretty much almost.
Yeah, we're pretty damn close.
Look at that big iron one that hit here.
We've got over 2/3 of that slippage loss back. So we're chilling, folks. I told you. Man, you just got to chip away at it. You can't get antsy.
That tape is lighting up a lot coming in. AMD, we got earnings tomorrow on that. Microsoft, I want to look at these. Ask side call premium multi-legs 10%. We can take a peek at this just to see if there's anything that potentially could be interesting in here. Let's see. Yeah, nice IV spike when they come in here. Spot is filling with the ask. Let's just kind of trail this up. Little drop there. What's our price? Price staying the same there. It's only 3 contracts. I gotta have it be super clean here, especially if I'm chasing something that's up 5% there.
Yeah, that's
probably.
I always get really, especially on a big name where 5% means something. Yeah. I get a little antsy there. I try not to chase if I can avoid it.
Like, I mean, that's like Amazon. You're seeing, good flow coming on Amazon, but do you want to chase something that's been up, 20% in the last 2 sessions? Like, yes, it can keep going, but I not for me. They are hitting IBM here at open here. Let me pop this up. Oops. If I could type, that would help.
So I've heard. So I've been told.
Yeah, we got some short dated Amazon, or see, there I am talking about Amazon. IBM calls, and then we got a long dated one here. I want to see how these look. IBM, again, good ask side call premium, heavy positive net volume. Let's look at our tape here, because those fills look kind of funky at first there. Yeah, it's just a really wide bid ask spread here. I tend to stick away from that. You don't want to hit the ask because you're gonna, let's just say you hit that 287 there and they're,
Yeah.
trading at 267, you're gonna be down, what's that, 20% already? 25%. That's why I like
It's like
kind of avoid
the wide bid-ask
those.
spreads that you see there. If you try to market order, you're gonna get what we
Yeah.
got it open this morning with that slippage, but with options. And it'll sting a little bit more because the numbers are brighter and redder.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to be careful of
I
those
mean,
bid-ask spreads if you're popping in like with options. I tend to use limit orders. With when I'm scalping futures, I use market orders. I want in. I'm not gonna sit there, and miss my entry being a dick for a couple
by
of
a
ticks.
cent.
But with options, I always use limit orders because if that bid-ask spread gets all fluctuaty right when you try to enter in at a market order, like you said, these are all filling at 270. You're gonna get hit at that 290 and eat the bullet right when you click that order.
Yeah. Now, if you like something like this, just put in a very, very low bid and see if you can get filled. If you don't get filled, great. That's fine.
Yeah,
I'd rather
I'd rather
not get
miss it.
filled than
Yeah.
yeah, than get filled at the ask and be down 30% right away, which would suck. I mean, the tape looks pretty good on here. Look at that. You got an ascending fill here. It's marking that as a descending fill just because you got the little descending fill there right away. But I mean, yeah, that you get that ascending fill there, and then it's kind of rising again here. Your IV is increasing. I mean, I'd say these would read as a buy to open. I just don't like that bid ask spread and that fill. It's just slightly on the ask side there too. So I mean, yeah, a little messier tape on this one there. Man, that doesn't look horrible though. It'd be and you're already seeing a big bid side piece of volume coming in here too. So could they be getting out? Could they be adding? We don't know until we see that open interest tomorrow. That's just kind of something that grabs my attention. We can look at that lot. Oh, they're hitting that 109 again here though. We can take a peek at these. 41% out of the money. And I know IBM's had that issue with them releasing earnings early, and
Yeah,
the
dude,
thing
they
tanked. Like
ate shit when that happened.
it just makes me kind of cautious about trading that name when stuff like that's going on. I mean, I'm looking at the tape here. I mean, you're getting an ascending fill here. I mean, the tape looks good, but again, look at that. It's almost $1. It's actually more than $1 bid ask spread there. That's very, very wide. That's very hard to trade something like that. If you're trading like one contract, two contract, maybe you might get filled if you're trying to put in a bid. But if you're trading heavy size, you got to stick away from this stuff because you are going to get hurt. But I mean, look at that fill just increasing throughout here. These are all at the ask. Yeah, I mean, I lean buy to open on them, but I just don't like that spread and just kind of the backstory about what's going on with them. So yeah, just you don't have to take everything that hits the tape. And like there, you can see how I'm kind of trying to like, hey, well, let's try to make something out of this flow. Typically, if I got to sit there and look at that flow and I'm like, well, it could be this, it could be that. There's not really a good signal there. I'm doing it obviously more for the educational purposes. Now, if I was looking at those by itself, I would have just looked at them right away and been like, nope. But it's nice to actually
Nope.
like explain it to people. Like
Those of you just
like,
coming in, feel free to make your flow requests. We're going to be taking flow for the next hour and a half or so, and we have a little bit of news coming up from our man Tucker Hazel on the back end here.
Bing bong.
We'll be doing that in a few minutes, so stick around. It's pretty fun news, I guess. It's pretty, But we'll get there in a moment. Just stick around. We'll have some fun.
You remember those BEs from last week when they were like short dated like 30% out of the money calls? And I'm like, that's too far out of the money for the weekly. And then B pops like 25% the next day. Like, yes, it can happen. Like, that's why I even like with the, 30% out of the money weeklies, like I'm like, it can kind of seem like a sell, but anything can happen. Like you saw that with BE, and yeah, those things were like 800%. And I mean that's okay. I'd rather miss it than do a position and get just destroyed by
universally,
Theta
I
and
would
all
rather miss a trade than get caught off sides and be stuck in a shit trade. Like universally, I would rather.
Especially the weeklies that are 30-40% out of the money. Like the odds of those not working out are usually more than what they're gonna be with.
I mean, hell, you could argue that the odds of anything working out are lower than
than
not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, majority of options contracts expire out of the money. I think it's like what 75% or something. I making up numbers in my head. I mean, hey,
in other
everybody
news, we are breaking out on SPX up into that positive gamma zone we mapped out at the very beginning of the show. Look at this. We are right up against the bottom of it at that 75.60 we called out. And they're still building up above us, all the way as high as 75.90, getting stacked with positive gamma exposure by market makers. They are loading up there. So I'm curious to see if we get a nice little turnaround off of this wall of positive gamma, or if buyers are just going to put these sons of bitches in the money for the shits and giggles of it. But keeping an eye on that. I feel so tempted to fade, but I'm going to wait. We're chipping away at that slippage loss. I'm not going to just punt shit, y'all. We do have a good chunk of requests sneaking in here from Twitter and YouTube, though.
Yeah, let's see. I've got now up next for Electra from YouTube. So let's take a peek at that.
And Electra, by the way, thanks for always coming back, homie. Electra's a long time Unusual Whales Media homie.
Thanks for hanging out.
It's good to see some of the old names coming and hanging out with us again after literally 2 years of doing nothing.
Look at that nasty bid-ask spread on the one. I had one now hit my cut feed, but look at that bid-ask spread. These are some big spreads, man, today. Just, I mean, we can look at it for the fun of it. I mean, we're up 7% on the day. There was a now call from Friday that I can pull up here after this one, but you're chasing something that's up 7%. That's tough to chase that. Especially, I mean, maybe like, maybe I'm looking at the tape here. That tape looks pretty clean here too. Look at our spot price rising. It's a repeated hits ascending fill. Look at that IV rising that entire way there. Pretty much. Oh, you get a little drop there at the end. You get a little drop there at the end, but what's that price doing? The price drops a little bit there, so that can explain that little IV drop. But man, that tape looks pretty clean on those. I just wouldn't want to touch it with that bid-ask spread on those. I don't know what else we got coming in on now. Let me actually pull up that contract from Friday. I got it sitting right over here. It's at 8:14.1. Let's do this. Yeah, these came in Friday. I saw these. Yeah, good move on these ones here.
Did we just get a data drop? The dome is getting crazy.
Yep. Yeah, it's
flying ISM. All over the place. These fills are nuts.
We got ISM PMI or manufacturing PMI that just came there. But yeah, these came in on Friday. I saw these $1.03. They're up at 281 now. So I'm not chasing something like that, but yeah, that tape was pretty interesting there. Let's see. Let's look at our heat zones on there 4 days out. Yeah, we're coming up to that heavy positive gamma on 120 again. You see how that 120 is kind of the heaviest positive gamma strike there. We're up about $8 here still from 110. Even looking there, that 115's. I mean, you see how that price goes towards that positive gamma there. I want to see. Let's see. So when we got to 115, I just want to see how price kind of reacted there, and it's not going to be exactly to the tick of things, but you can see how we get to that 115-ish area, and that price kind of slows down in there. Let's see if I can. Whoa, I want that switch. All right, let me refresh her. Okay, I guess it doesn't want to reset for me. 1 day is working though. Okay. Well, that 115.
They're back.
I can just pop it up on here. Let's see. So I mean, like you see when we get to that kind of 115-ish area, you see how dealers are kind of selling into that strength there. So it's dampening that move more so there, and can see it as we're coming up to 120 here too. Look at that price. It's kind of slowing as we get up here. And where is that highest 4-day gamma? That 120-ish area. So you're seeing that price kind of slow down there a little bit. And you can see we're coming into that call wall here too, which is also 120. That 18-day out, though's got a lot of positive gamma up there still too. That's yeah, it's a I wouldn't short it, but it's a tough spot to long it though. Let's see, do we got anything on the feed coming in today? Ooh, 18-day out calls. So again, you're seeing good volume come in here, but look at the open interest. We got 11,000 open contracts. They are kind of deep in the money. 7% of the money is pretty deep because if they exercise those, you will not see that as a volume transaction. That will only show up the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just see if there's anything kind of clean in here. Let's see. Where am I blind? Where's my vol? Okay, there we go. I was like, where's my volume over open interest? I was like, am I blind?
Yes.
Let's see. These already look like they're out here. Look at that. 1,000 contracts at 824. Another 1,000 there at 992. I think that was a quick in and out. That was a quick in and out there, and we did have some previous open interest too.
Quick in and out like Quicken Loans, baby.
Yeah, this one's got a lot of previous kind of different random volume. I will go out on a limb here and say that barring any other big candles on this was an in and out there. I will go out on a limb and say that. And look at that price just rejecting from that kind of 120-ish area that we were just talking about. Kind of a good I mean, this is a good live example that we're getting here. So like, if I pop back here to the feed, we look at that positive gamma, price kind of comes up to it, touches it, that area, it's a call wall also. And we are seeing that dampening kind of resistance move there too. So that's kind of, you're seeing it play out in live time, which is nice. Because typically it's always after the fact that we're doing the stuff. Nice to catch it live though. I mean, just look at that. Just it's the same, like you think of gamma the same way as you do for the Periscope trader. It's just price tends to go towards the heavy positive gamma, tends to act as a magnet, and then kind of dampens that price, can act as resistance, vice versa. If it's going towards it from the upside, can dampen that downside move and potentially act as support there. Now, again, it's not 100% going to work all the time. Those strategies 100%. So just combine your other tools as well.
Although that SPCX call shorter and the Burlington Coat Factory shorter, they're pretty close to 100%, man.
Yeah,
they're close.
That's they got to be cousins or something, man. I wonder if
they're probably hanging out, sipping beers around the campfire and just laughing at us.
Should put a wanted sign out, be like, wanted person who's selling the SpaceX and Burlington Pulse. Get them on the show and talk to them, be like, hey, how's it going?
Lost and found call.
But yeah, not really seeing. Actually, I got the tape over here. Those are getting out there, it looks like. About these guys here. Another one where you're getting that volume after that first one there, and this did have some previous open interest too. So a lot of these are kind of gotta check that open interest here. Now I don't see any big sized candles to signify a big 8,000 sized whale alone is doing anything. But I would not doubt me to see this kind of being a potential in and out there. Puts, I don't know if I'd want to short this with that premium up there. I mean, they're all in the money too. Everything here is pretty much kind of, the top ones are in the money. How about these calls? This is an opener. We got a little opener here, 159. I think this is the one we looked at with the goofy spread, maybe. Yep, another one with a big goofy spread there. Yeah, this is the one we initially looked at there. I mean, the tape doesn't look bad on those, but that bid ask is just horrible on that. Just kind of looking through here and not really seeing too much else there. I mean, it's favoring the call side of things there, and you got that longer term gamma profile on it. But like, and this is, I mean, good example here why you don't want to hit that ask on a big bid ask spread. You're seeing, I mean, we're down $2 here. You're gonna be down pretty big if you're hitting the ask on something like that. That's not fun to sit through something like that. All right, let me hop back here. Let's see what we got. Oracle from Landon on X. Let's go take a peek at that. there. Yeah, we're coming up into that positive gamma before I kind of hop over there. I want to see if we're gonna. I'd like to see some position building down here before I do anything. I think as of right now, we're just gonna kind of chill up here. All right, let's do Oracle. Another name that's up 5% right now. Heavy positive net volume, ask side call premium puts our bid side up over 5.6%. Anything on the tape? We got some puts coming in here, but kind of messy how they're hitting the tape. There's not one big clean entry. And just looking at that previous volume and open interest here too. I mean, there's kind of a lot. This almost kind of might seem like it might be related. Have to double check open interest on that one. Anything big here? I'm just kind of trying to look for a big, something on the ask side of things here. These puts are at the bid here. These almost look like they're potentially short puts. We got 3,900 contracts. These are 27% out of the money with 11 days to go. Let's look at the tape. Yeah, I would say these look like some short puts here. See your IV dropping, your spot price dropping. We can save these and we can actually come back and take a peek at these because these look like some good short
It looks
puts
pretty
here.
cut and dry short to me as well. I mean, Oracle's on a pretty good trajectory from its lows on that pretty massive pullback that they went through. And again, like Anthony said, these are 27% out of the money. I'm a really big dip. Somebody's going to short something that's almost 30, or sorry, someone's going to long puts that are 30% out of the money.
Yeah, and
you'll see shorted puts succeed a little bit more often than shorted calls, I would say, depending on the strikes, obviously. Like the SPCX guy, that guy's shorting contracts that are 150% out of the money. Like, come on, like,
yeah, there's that's just kind of where some basic option education comes into play. They're like, hey, just because you see a lot of people say, oh, it's at the ask, it's a buy. Like, it's just traded at the ask. There's clues within that flow that can help kind of try to provide some context, but there's plenty of times you see ask side volume just get handed off all the time.
For sure.
I mean, look at the theta on these two. I mean, your theta is higher than the delta on these. As we get closer to expiration too, they're gonna just get obliterated. Yeah, I like these. I want to snag this so we can come back and take a peek at it here on Friday or next Monday or whenever. Might be a write-up on it. We'll see. All right, let me just save these here and then we'll move on here. Let me do this here. All right. All right, let's see what else is coming in here. Let's go look at the heat zone on this here. So let me just pop this up. Yeah, this heat zone.
We got people in the YouTube chat saying there's no audio on YouTube, but I just listened and I could hear it.
I think it might be on your side, Jason and Enzo.
2 is peculiar, but
yeah.
Electra and Slice of Zard, can you still hear us on the YouTube?
Yeah, I just checked again. I can still hear it. Try refreshing. Well, I'm gonna message. Try refreshing. I can still.
Ooh, why am I hearing music now? Is that from you, Tucker?
No, shouldn't be.
Tucker says jamming in the back. I don't hear the music.
I do.
I'm not touching the mic either, so it's not the radio.
It was Substack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everyone else is saying they can still hear it, homie. Ion Che hears me. All right, it's got to be on your side, homie. Not that you can hear me saying it's on your side.
Give her a refresh.
We are still pushing into that positive gamma zone on SPX, Anthony. Look at this. We're still moving up toward that 75-75 and that 75-85. They're both still building up. I'm still pretty damn close to break even, but we'll come back to that. I'm going to let this ride and see how high into this positive gamma zone they're going to push before I try to fade this move. This is really strong. And despite this being here as a bit of a road bump, and when I say a bit, this is like a mountain in the middle of your street.
Yeah.
This much positive gamma, you're usually going to see price action start dampening into it. But you can see these little white dots. Those are from the past 1 minute time frames. this positioning is falling off of these 3 strikes here, but it's moving up because as these are trailing off, the white dots up above are moving to the right. They're still building these positions above us. It's not time for me to get cocky and try to fade this move yet. I got to wait to see what they're going to do.
I got to see some positioning build up down here. Yeah, I mean, they're just building here. This is, and it's tough because you don't want to chase up here either. I mean, you're chasing in the middle of positive gamma. This is, I mean, it's a hands-off period.
Even if you're a breakout trader, the way this positive gamma is positioned here is still going to be a price dampener. We'll probably slow down in this range. Can they just blow off the top? They sure can. The likelihood of doing so a little bit lower, but that doesn't mean fade it. This is a really strong buy morning. Not smart to just throw a bunch of contracts on to be a contrarian here.
Yeah, and market tide's not really showing anything bearish right now. Anyway, I mean, it's just strong. And again, I like looking at that top net impact chart there where you just kind of see how many names are contributing to that market tide. If it's just one name, I'd be more willing to kind of fade something. But I mean, we've got good breadth coming in here.
And I will say that last short that I took that got me really close to break even from the slippage, guess what it was off of? That good old-fashioned purple line of justice at 28,634. I got in at about 625-ish, and I was able to hold it all the way down to 540s. So that got us damn close. So I'm not going to mess around. We're basically in profit now after getting kicked in the nuts by really wide slippage right off the open. I'm going to chill here. Let's see if they can conquer the purple line of justice for a real breakout, or if they're just going to keep rejecting it and hold it within this like 200-point range we've been floating in. But we'll keep an eye on that. Keep your flow requests coming.
They're still building up there, but I would not chase here. I mean, it's not worth it. I mean, just wait for a better entry. You don't have anything building down here. I mean, you got a little negative gamma there, but this is where all the positioning is, and we're already almost up at that positioning, so it makes it tough to kind of trade something like that. Let me finish the Oracle here.
Yeah, so and then after Oracle, let's do AAOI. And I don't know if we ever did GameStop for Blueberry from like half an hour ago.
I don't think I saw. No, we got to do GameStop in here. Yep. No, we didn't.
We'll keep making those requests, homies. We'll work our way down the line. Don't you worry. We'll keep her going. We'll keep her going. Just stick around. If you made a request and we haven't gotten to it, we have a long running list. We will get to it. You got us for another like hour and a half here, give or take. And honestly, after you do the next 2 reviews, let's cut over to Tucker for some movie news, and then we will get back into the flow reviews and trading.
Cool. All right. So Oracle 135 here. Again, we're up $6 here. Look where all that positive gamma was. It was above us. And where does price like to kind of go towards that positive gamma? So we're kind of getting there. I just want to look on that. So that 135 is the highest strike. What's happening at 135 right now? If we want to load. Oh, please don't. Okay. Look what happens kind of around that 135. Actually, let me pop it on this one. I love unusual whales, but I don't know. I like seeing the price like this sometimes. You know?
Hey, man, no shade about charts of preference, I gotta say. Now, the stuff that other charts don't have that we have are like those overlays you can do with gamma now.
Yep.
But I'm still kind of with you on the charting. I won't lie.
Yeah,
I won't lie.
It's better. It's a lot better. It's a lot better than what it was.
That is very true.
That's yeah. So again, I mean, we're at that 135, and yes, we kind of got a little tinge above that there, but you're seeing that price dampen there. It's not continuing to see those big, massive spikes up towards there. And let me go back here, and then. So that 4-day, yeah, I mean, and you did have more positive gamma up there at 140. So, I mean, just kind of pay attention to where that spot price is kind of, during the morning there, and just kind of do that. That's that gamma decay over time. I'd love for them to add that into little selfish here. So let me kind of go that if they could add that gamma decay over time into that market map here, and you could just search it by there, and you could pull that pre-market, that would be a game changer there on finding these kind of setups going in there. Just
go ahead and timestamp that, Tucker. I like that idea.
Just kind of selfishly thinking about that there.
Okay.
He's okay. Just so I don't
Just like, what is he?
forget to bring it up to the team.
Oh,
'cause that's a
gotcha,
good
yeah.
idea.
Yeah, I think that would help a lot. I think that would help. Yeah, that 18-day there too. A lot of positive game up there at 150, 140. Yeah, I would kind of keep it, and even 11 days there, 150 there. Yeah, 120 is absolute gamma here, so that's gonna change. So just keep in mind too with this is all open interest derived. This is updated pre-market. So just keep that in mind. This is going to change tomorrow. So obviously don't kind of, continue to think, oh, hey, it's going to continue to be bullish. Where there's going to be profit taking, you're going to see these kind of change throughout the open interest update there tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, going into today, I would have had it kind of as a bullish read there. Yeah, let me clean up some of these tabs here, and then I will
Clean 'em up,
grab
you dirty
these.
boy.
Dude, I don't know what it is with me and tabs, just constantly just spamming them. But yeah, so Oracle, we had those kind of short puts there, possibly. And again, kind of when you're shorting contracts, just try to think of it. This is neutral to bullish because Oracle does not have to move a penny, and this whale can collect that premium. So like, yes, obviously, if Oracle goes up, they're gonna see those contracts decline quicker, but Oracle doesn't technically have to move at all, and Oracle could drop 3% tomorrow, 4%, and this whale's still gonna, as long as Oracle doesn't close below that 100 there, they're gonna collect that premium. So I mean, just kind of don't, hey, they're short puts, let's go out and buy 1,000 calls, because they could just be expecting us to chop here maybe in a 5% range here, down up down up down up for a week. You don't know. So I mean, that's just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. All right, all right, let's see. What was the one you wanted next? So we did Oracle. We got what did you say? AVTI? Did you say AVTI?
AAOI, and then
Okay, I
GameStop
know
on
it was one of
deck,
them.
and then we're gonna hit
Got
some
it.
headlines with our Hazel.
Got it. Another one that's up a lot on the day is set almost 8% here. Let's just look at the tape here. Things sticking out. Nothing really too much, just kind of smaller volume in there. This one could be potentially interesting. Not really a clean signal. It's almost split 50-50 at the ask and bid there. A lot of volume coming in after that first candle too. Had some previous open interest too. Let's just go back and take a peek. Yeah, I mean, it looks like today's volume's new, but you got some extra volume coming in after. Have to double check open interest on that. Let's check the heat zone on it. 4 days out, and look at that again. Kind of another example where, hey, we were trading at about 88 there at open. Where's all that heavy positive gamma? 97, 100, 110. Where's price going towards that positive gamma? So I just want to look at one thing on here, 97 and 100. Let's just see what price kind of did around those. Here is, let's do it over here. AOI. So 97 and 100. We get up to that 97-ish area here. You just see, I mean, price is kind of slowing down. Obviously, it's not going to act like a complete roadblock there, but you're going to see that price dampen, and that's what you're seeing here, because this is not dampening price action here. This is where you're kind of seeing that chop there. So 97, then here's your 100. Again, here's your 100, and you see how that price kind of dampens and chops there a little bit. So it's playing out pretty good here on that heat zone there, and we're pretty much at that second highest 4-day expiration one there. What's on the 11-day there? Got some positive gamma slightly above us, some negative, and that negative doesn't mean puts. It's more amplifying more than anything. And we're coming up to some negative gamma here right now too.
I've been really liking the heat zones lately.
They're
gonna become a pretty good part of my actual option swing trades too, because I mean, just look at the way it respects the zone.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and even just looking at the summary page here too. I mean, you just get that visual like, hey, oh, we're sitting in a put wall here. You can see how that price reacts in that previous time. I mean, we've looked at so many
with the scalping strategy we use on the show every day too. Like, it's the same thing on higher time frames. I'm gonna start incorporating it a lot more. Next week we'll probably have a little options account going again as well, and so I'm pretty excited for that. I wrote it off for too long. I think it's just like with scalping. I didn't pay attention to my homies telling me to use gamma more until like a year ago. I'm gonna start doing it for options too.
It's fun when I don't know if we want to talk about it too much, but there may or may not be heat maps coming soon. I don't want to
secret. It's on the horizon.
Technically, I mean, technically, he was asking about feedback about it in the Discord.
Yeah,
over the weekend. So I mean,
that was kind of, you know, hey.
Well, no,
wink, nudge. We have some pretty spicy shit coming for Gamma lovers.
Like 5 or 6 chats. He wanted feedback on it from people. So I mean, I think it's kind of public enough. But you know,
real quick, man, they are just eating up this positive gamma. It's still repositioning above us. There's obviously no short for me yet. Like you know me, man. If there's an opportunity to short, I'm grabbing it. We're not getting that. Look at this. It's still rising. We're right up against that 75.70 and 75.65 that I was hoping for a nice little bit of dampening and rejection, but market makers are still positioning higher and higher as we truck along up and to the right here. 75.75 is now the heaviest spot. But again, 75.85 and 75.90 are still growing. Even with that update you just saw happen live here, they're still moving that position up. So if you were somebody who got long earlier this morning, usually when we run into a positive gamma wall like this, I'm starting to think, hey, maybe start trimming, maybe start taking profits. Right here, right now, if I was already down to a runner, I would have no reason to close it yet. I want to see where they take this. That 75.75 is a strong wall. But again, they're still building up above as well. So something to keep in mind. If you're short-brained like me, today is not our day.
Yeah, I'm looking at that position there at 75.82. Market makers are short those calls, so customers are long those calls. I think you might see a little acceleration through that if it continues to hold. So I mean, it's not really a good spot to put a long on because you're chasing the SPX that's up over 1%, and it's not really a good spot to put a short on because there's not really positioning down here. Just kind of sit on your hands. And yeah, look at these. I mean, they're still moving up to 75.90.
Still moving up, dude. and on that note, they are taking the good old college try to conquer that purple line of justice. If you notice, I did not short it this time when we visited from below. I took that short earlier. We got account A back to about break even on this short right here. I'm on account B now because, like I said, I'm going to get that fucker to break even and going to be happy with it. For those of you who just got in, we entered a short earlier this morning during the fall down out of the open, and the instant I clicked a market order to get in, we saw a massive fluctuation in the dome. So where I entered ended up being about 50 points away from where I tried to enter. So slippage is very real, especially in futures. You got to be careful of that. I got that account back to just about break even, and I'm not going to touch it now because that's a win. We took a $300 loss in about 5 seconds due to slippage. I chipped away at it. Most of it came from this short off of the purple line of justice. Like I said, every time we visit it, I have to play it. That's in my rules. It's hard-coded in my brain now. If I see 28,634, I play it. And we did. But I didn't play it this go-around because, again, that buying pressure has been immense all morning. The odds of them rejecting that again were pretty low, so I did not short it again. Now I want to see if they backtest it, hold it as a firm support, and push us back into those 28,700s. But right now, man, I am hands off with the way they're still positioning to the upside without a real safe entry pullback.
Yeah, and there's no positioning below us either. So I mean,
there's nothing down
there. It's gonna kind of pull us back up, but it's. Oh, God, please don't be like this all week where we kind of get a gap and then just it makes it hard to chop. Like I hate chasing big move like either direction. I mean, like you want to chase something that's up 7% when you're in the middle of positive gamma. That's I mean, you get a 5-10 point pullback there and you're gonna be heard, and that's
we've got a shitload of people on YouTube compared to the usual, folks. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, do so. We go live every Monday and Wednesday morning doing shit like this. Sometimes we're more annoying about it. Sometimes we trade way more than we are today. But we have fun here. So if you're new and you're hanging out on the YouTube, Stick around, man. Stick around. Let's do.
It sounded like you were like complaining for that. We have fun here.
We have fun here. I
fun
swear. And we're still sitting at about 250 people on Twitter too, guys. Thanks for hanging out this long with our goofy asses. I appreciate you.
And especially on a Monday when everybody's tired.
Blueberry, if you're still here, homie, sorry for the hour-long delay. We're going to take a look at your GME now. Then we're going to take a look at some headlines with Tucker and get back to trading and the flow reviews after that. So let's break down some GameStop shenanigans, and then we'll move right along into some Hazel headlines, baby.
GameStop, I think I heard, they had an offering today, didn't they? Premarket private exchange of convertible notes. Yeah, they had some offering today.
They're still pushing the. I think Cohen's still trying to take over eBay, isn't he? Is that still a thing?
I have no. I will be 100% honest with you. I'm not following that. I have better things to do with my life, like sleep. So,
dude, you better be careful. We're back on Twitch now. The last time I talked shit about GameStop on Twitch, I got doxxed and I got death threats. So you better watch your fucking mouth, buddy.
Well, let's get GameStop back up to 500, please, because that's where it deserves to be. Hey, if they bought eBay, you got to turn that into like a Netflix thing where they ship games to your house. Like what was that old that old video game thing that you could rent and they'd email you?
Was it
Gamefly? Gamefly.
Yeah, Gamefly is a thing. Yeah,
Gamefly.
Yeah,
I think they do. I think they do
games,
cloud gaming now. Like instead of just sending you shit in the mail, like old Netflix and Redbox.
They can still send you stuff.
Oh, do they still send you hard stuff?
Yeah, you can still, still get physical copies.
Can you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, shit. All right. Well, I guess you kind of have to for like retro games, huh? I mean, there's emulators, but those are for the pirators among us.
We would never do that.
Never. Not once in my life have I downloaded an APK file of a Game Boy Advance game and played it on my cell phone. That's insane. Why would you do that? That's stealing. You wouldn't steal a car.
You wouldn't?
I mean, I might steal a car.
I might steal
a car.
I mean, I have so many Netflix DVDs. Hopefully, nobody from Netflix is listening. That I lost in the mail.
Still have
in the mail.
In my old wallet, I still have a Blockbuster card.
What? You could probably put that on eBay. Just searches it. They're like $900. All right, let me do GameStop.
Yeah, let's do GameStop. Hit some Hazel headlines, and then we'll get back to the flow and live trades.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume here I'm seeing 98%. It's kind of no side, mid side stuff here. Before we even look at this, I'm gonna assume that these are potentially related. I bet you it's a multi-leg trade. Ooh, 108% out of the money. Yes, 98% multi-leg, and I hate to toot my own horn, but yeah, look at that. There's all the strikes there. There's all those strikes there. Yeah, there's nothing on that one there. Other than that, oops, let's go back to the main page here. Anything?
Helio Chicararu, what did you put? Because it got message retracted and you said thank you, but I don't see what you put in. Se você quiser, pode falar merda sobre Anthony. Ele é chato mesmo, cara. Vai. Sorry, that's a Brazilian ass name. I had to do it. My man. I talked shit about Anthony. I'm sure you gathered that much.
That's fine. Yeah, Heat Zone's not really anything interesting on this one right now. There's a lot of negative. Look at all that. Look at how we
swept through it too.
That's oof. It's a nasty drop there. Nasty drop. Yeah, not really much on GameStop. Sorry to make you wait.
Is that down 12% specifically because of that offering?
Yeah. Yep. I don't know how we looked the last couple of days. Oh god, yeah, look at that drop. Whew. That's nasty drop there. I don't think there was any other news about GameStop there. That's kind of the only thing I saw on the Twitterverse today.
The Twitterverse.
But other than that, not too much there on GameStop. Man, they're still slapping
Bummer.
long-dated Amazons here. 17% out of the money. You got 11,000
Amazon
contracts.
is back with a vengeance, man. Like they pulled back a little bit with a lot of the chips getting kicked over, and they came out swinging between Friday and this morning. Like, come on, it's up another 5% today. Amazon does not give a shit.
Amazon's gonna Amazon, man.
Amazon's gonna Amazon.
But yeah, that's kind of that read on GameStop. Not really too much to go on that. So I guess Tucker, it's all you.
Hey, Tucker, just for reference, real quick, look at the YouTube chat. That series of Ks. If you see a Latin American looking name and a bunch of Ks, don't
like
delete
Latin.
it. It's not racist. That's like the Brazilian LOL in a way.
Yeah, it's like laughing. Yeah.
It when I lived in Brazil in 2013 on a study abroad scholarship that I was supposed to do research with, and instead I partied. The first time I saw that, a friend texted me just 3Ks, and I was like, hold up, huh? But no, it's just laughing. He's laughing. He's laughing at Anthony, as we all are. 2,800 views on this live on YouTube, guys. You guys are fucking
let's
dope.
Go.
You guys are dope.
Go.
Hanging out. But yeah, bummer
Let's
that
go.
GameStop didn't have anything super clear. It does make sense, though. If that offering is what caused that 12% drop, I wouldn't expect to really see much going on after the fact.
No, check back Wednesday with us. I'm let things settle for a day or two and see what kind of pops up after that.
Yes, for ISRG, message duplicated, so deleted. All right, dope. We'll get to that one right after. I didn't set up the soundboard because I suck, but right after beep 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 beep. I don't know why I'm doing Morse code. It's news. It's news.
It's close enough. It's close enough.
Let's hit this shit with a Hazel headline, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be this. Our good boy Nicholas FN Stoner.
Go ahead and zoom in on that bad boy too.
We've got some spider blood in our heritage here.
Spider blood, dude, man. Some of the old timers will remember the Stoner Man days, but the mask is broken. For those who missed it, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, and well, I mean, there's still remnants of that. Your Twitter name's still FN Stoner Man, right?
The FNS will never disappear, but now it's Nicholas FNS.
Oh, Nicholas FNS.
Can you tell us what the FNS stands for?
Friendly Neighborhood Stoner Man.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, it's like the tailbone of your. It's like a vestigial thing. It's not.
It's like the appendix. You don't really need it, but it's still there.
Yeah. But believe it or not, a new Spider-Man movie came out last weekend, and would also be curious once I'm done kind of going over this if you guys have any thoughts on the performance of it, or if it's impacting market values at all. But Spider-Man Brand New Day, the fourth Spider-Man movie to star Tom Holland, came out over the weekend, and it's actually like I can't even believe how well it's doing. This line here is insane. It's the second biggest opening weekend of all time for the
which is also like kind of dope on one hand, because I knew it was coming out. I'm a Spider-Man nerd. Like, I knew it was happening, but they didn't have the amount of advertisement for a Spider-Man movie that you'd be kind of accustomed to.
Sure.
Like, people knew it was coming, but they weren't like, holy fucking shit, guys, Spider-Man, let's go. It just kind of came out and then boom.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's crazy. I also think that part of it might have been like just hunger to see the character on the live action screen again.
Yeah.
It's been 5 years. That's the longest gap between Spider-Man movies ever. But I think a pretty significant
especially
margin,
with the
actually.
same Spider-Man.
Holy crap.
Yeah, because I mean, what it was the gap between the
I think
third.
it was 2 years, right?
It was 2 years between Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home. Those were every 2 years basically on the dot, and then 5-year gap. Pretty crazy.
Quick little gap. But anyway.
Yeah. But also, overall worldwide, made almost $1 billion already, making it the second highest worldwide debut of all time, only second to Avengers Endgame, which is
Marvel's running the
crazy.
show, bro.
Yeah, they have the top 4 highest opening weekends of all time,
Yeah.
and Tom Holland's in all 4 of them.
Dude, that guy's gonna be
Absolutely
able to do
crazy.
whatever the hell he wants for however long he wants. And I will say, like, there's obviously the nostalgia that makes Tobey Maguire kind of my Spider-Man. But if I'm being honest, Tom Holland did a pretty good Peter Parker across the board.
Dude, I think you're gonna really love the new one.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. We might go
It's
see
much
it.
more classic. Frankly, it's very Raimi trilogy.
Is it? Good, good. Because I mean, the Raimi stuff's goated for a reason, right? Like his suits are so clean. But we might go see it tomorrow after work, actually, if I can if I can convince the GF to not sit on the couch with me, because I want to sit. Let's be honest, dude, once you're done working, you kind of just want to sit on the couch. But I'm gonna go see it. I'm excited. My cousin said probably the best one in a very long time, if not ever. I haven't really seen any real hate. Yeah, who's your favorite Spider-Man? Who's your Spider-Man, Tucker?
Well, I actually I'm very partial to the way that they handled Spider-Man in the MCU. And, like, it's a very different kind of Spider-Man. Totally different stories, different side characters, a different kind of Aunt May, a relationship to Iron Man.
Oh, very different kind of Aunt May.
Oh yeah, introducing Ned instead of Harry Osborn. Like, I think that those changes were pretty bold, and I like them quite a lot. I think
Electra said Tom and Zendaya did a lot of heavy lifting promoting with their cute ass relationship. Also factual.
Also true. Yeah. I mean, their chemistry's great, and
yeah, dude, it's always funny though. Anytime there's a Spider-Man, they tell the MJ and the Peter actors to not, and every single time they do. And this one has persisted. It wasn't some kind of like crazy blow up. Yeah, it's real.
Yeah,
yeah.
They got married earlier this year, I think.
Yeah, it's like directors are always like, "Don't fall for it, don't do it," and then instantly, like 2 weeks later, Tom Holland, Zendaya dating.
Married. They got married in June 2026.
Yeah, so. They got married this year. Yeah. No, for real. It's dope. I'm excited to see it. I've seen nothing but hype for it, and a lot of times that's kind of like misplaced and dog shit. But I have a feeling in this case it won't be. And yeah, dude, look at this. What you got highlighted now? They bodied the Odyssey, dude.
Well, no, the Odyssey still had third weekend 51 million is insane.
Yeah,
that's a crazy
third
weekend.
Third weekend.
But do you see this? Their combined might help propel the biggest weekend of all time for the North American movie box office. And that's also with Toy Story 5 still holding on pretty well. I think that contributed like another 10 million in like week like 6 or something like that.
Toy Story. I totally forgot about that.
That movie's great, by the way. Toy Story 5, saw that twice.
Dude, I'm in the wrong line of business, man.
Yeah, you just gotta go produce movies. It's easy, guys. Every time they make $1 million billion.
$1 million billion.
But yeah, I mean, hey, good news for the box office. So, I mean, I honestly think we've been on a really good track this year. People have been, excited for Backrooms, excited for Obsession, excited for Odyssey, excited for Brand New Day, Toy Story 5 doing well, Super Mario Galaxy. Like, it's been a pretty strong year for movies.
In the past half year, AMC's up 102.5%.
Really? Yeah.
Now that's almost literally $1.40 because AMC got pretty beat up. But I mean, on the 6th month, it's up there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like the last couple of years for movies, there hasn't really been anything that's super good.
I mean, how many movies have you seen in theaters, buddy?
I was gonna say that's gonna be.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while.
I can give you a lot of recommendations. I mean, I've seen probably like 70 new movies that come out each year, and so I can give you some tips, buddy.
Hold on. I'm going to run a poll in the YouTube. If you're not over on the YouTube link, head on over there. 3,200 views on a YouTube Live. You guys are fucking awesome. I don't think the concurrent viewers is accurate because those numbers are going up way too high for it to be 30 people. But I'm gonna put in a poll on the YouTube. If you're not over there, head over there. Who is your Spider-Man is going to be this poll.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, given, probably our demographic, it's probably going to be Toby.
Yeah,
I'm going to hit it with Toby Mac.
Yeah.
And then there's a fourth option that's kind of the important one.
Miles?
No, it's more important. It's more important. The Spider. I guess Miles Morales counts, but I was just thinking from the live action point of view.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. What was the fourth option?
You'll see.
Oh God, he's working. Oh God, what is he doing?
Oh, no.
But it's funny. I just pulled up the Box Office Mojo 2026 worldwide box office stats right here. Toy Story 5, Michael, Super Mario Galaxy all made over $1 billion. But Spider-Man: Brand New Day is already number 4, and it's gonna beat all of them within a week.
That's like when I told you that story, Tucker, about when I worked in the movie theater, dude. That was the best. Like when you're a 15-year-old kid, you get free movies and so. Oh, dude, that was the best, man.
All right, the vote is live on the YouTube feed. If you're on the Twitter one and you want to
All right,
vote,
let's go
hit up the
vote.
YouTube channel. Otherwise, it looks like the fourth
Stoner
option
Man.
is in the lead.
God, I should have expected.
Yeah.
Should have expected.
Yeah, let me
The real important ones.
Yeah, can we who voted for Stoner Man?
Hey man.
A lot of people.
Hey man. Yeah, a lot of
He
people.
voted
actually.
for himself.
I
Probably
can't even
did.
vote. I
Voted for
ran it.
himself.
I ran the poll.
Oh, that's true. And that means I can't vote either because we're on the same account.
Oh, yeah, I'll go vote. I'll go vote.
Important to note also, I mean, this run's not really stopping. I think it's just slowed down for a month or two, but like end of the year is still Avengers and Dune coming out on the same day. And there's a third Jumanji movie also coming out, and those other Jumanji movies did really, really well.
I don't know how I feel about the Jumanjis.
I'm just telling you the box office facts. The last
enough.
one made $801 million, so like I don't know.
That's it. That's it. Only
the 2017 one made 962. So like, if anything, it's gonna make like 600 minimum. But
I kind of agree with Nick about the Jumanjis. I don't know. I don't find Kevin Hart that.
no, I agree. I don't like these
funny.
movies either. I'm just
I
analyzing
don't-
from a box
Just
office
for
point.
old time posterity's sake, since I worked my way into the vote, I'm gonna show those who aren't aware of what happened to the old Stoner Man mask. It fell
Oh.
off my shelf and fucking died. Like it died. The internal face mask completely destroyed. It's
God.
busted to shit. I'm gonna like fix it enough so it can still be an ornament. But all intents and purposes, it's dead. The electronics are completely fried and broken to shit too. The poor guy, like long gone are the days of Stoner Man winking at you when we catch a good trade. But, once I'm done cleaning up my office and have my shelf clean and not whatever the hell I got going on over there right now, this will live forever on the shelf. But the Stoner Man in the mask is straight up dead. Electra says, "Don't make me choose. I love Toby." You can choose Toby, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's who I picked. That's who I picked in the vote.
Well, there's that. That was your Hazel headline movie
Oh, yeah.
chat. Spider-Man is winning. I guess you could just say that. Spider-Man's winning.
And we can circle back on Wednesday and get the review, and you and I can actually talk about the movie.
Yeah, dude. Hey,
Well,
I
you
know
know,
my
stuff we probably
girlfriend's
don't
my
wanna
girlfriend
spoil,
is
but-
listening. So can you confirm if we're gonna go see that tomorrow? Because I would like to, and I just told
You
everyone I
should do
would.
it. You should do it.
And we need something to
For
talk
me,
about.
do it for me.
You know, 3,300 YouTube views during a live, guys.
Hey, let's go.
I keep bringing it up like it means something. It might not mean much, but I'm loving that. I really want to get our YouTube and Twitch back underway, and so it's pretty fucking dope that you guys are hanging out here. Appreciate all of you. All right, I guess we could dive back in to the flow. What did we miss during that
Yeah,
little
let's,
detour? Oh shit, son, that back test on NASDAQ, real quick. Purple line of justice is fucking undefeated, dude. Look at this. Look at this back test, Anthony. To the tick on the purple line of justice. And then they did ramp it up to retake that 28,700. Damn it, Spider-Man made me miss a long, as if I would have longed anyway.
Yeah,
That is a
don't-
beautiful bounce.
Yeah, don't act like you would have took the long. Don't act like you take. The long.
Yeah,
I did-
you're right.
I did find a couple contracts when Tucker was going over his headlines there. Long dated Amazons here. These might have came in right before he actually started, possibly. I think they might have, but yeah, these are already kind of moving up a little bit. 11.90, they're already up almost $1 a contract there. I mean, just pretty long dated though. Pretty long dated. What else kind of came? Just got a lot of earnings stuff here. There's an AMD earnings again. Treat that earnings flow. Just it's a gamble. It's a gamble. Just don't. It's yeah. I mean that's some decent premium though. 1.4 million for Wednesdays, but you know just it's earnings flow. These CMC SAs also kind of looked interesting too. 46 days out, 5% out of the money. Nice big ask side call premium, heavy positive net volume. We got 5. So we did have some previous open interest on this one. I did go back, obviously, and take a peek at it, but just kind of some other sporadic hits in there. Nothing really, signifying this is an exit or anything. It's 5,000 contracts coming in it's only 4,700 open. We know it's an opening trade. So let's
Getting
just
your
look at the
domain with
tape
Wix
here.
Ooh, I
is
got
a
hit with an
little like
ad. Oh
this.
god, it's loud.
Type it.
Oh no.
All right, it's done. I fixed it. We're good.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah, nice little nice IV spike when they come in, and then these filth ask that entire time. You get one little contract down at 74, but yeah, these also look pretty good. Earnings in 80 days on these, so not an earnings overlap. But all right, let me pop over that B put. See, I mean, like this is what kind of hit for us when we're talking about that. I mean, they're 10% out of the money with weeklies. Like that's kind of far out of the money for me. She's things up 8%. I mean, obviously you see it can move, but it's risky. It's risky. I just want to look at that tape and look at the IV. I mean, big IV spike when they come
Yeah.
in. Spot is filling out the ask. That IV is just massive on these, and it's bouncing around there too.
After you do BE, jump over to ISRG next. I'm gonna be right back.
ISRG. All right, let's pop that up here. ISRG. Intuitive Surgical. Ooh, I don't think I've traded this one here. Let's
How much do you know about surgery?
I mean, I'm a neurosurgeon on my day job.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. You want to see my doctorate?
No, you're not.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, you want to see it?
You can show me like your middle
You
finger.
didn't. You didn't. No, you didn't know that. Nick never told you that.
No, you're not. No, you just sit
Yeah,
in bed. You just eat Taco Bell. You. No,
Actually,
you're
Taco
not.
Bell's disgusting, but I could have played it. See if Nick would have, kind of joined in and.
Oh, I heard all of that.
Tried to
Anthony's
do
full of
something.
shit. He
Yeah,
has
of
a
course he's full of
doctorate in
shit.
shit
Yeah,
eating.
but we could have made Tucker believe it. And
yeah,
that
I don't
would've
think he
been,
was ever gonna believe that.
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
decently.
There was
gullible, I'm not
nothing
that.
believable about that.
No.
Just me. Oh God, dude, I'm not good with blood, so like cutting into people and stuff isn't really.
He just
my
passes the fuck out.
special. Oh, dude, probably. All right, let me do this here. So
Oh, man.
ISRG here. Anything on the tape here? Let's see. Just nothing really for interesting volume coming in. Look at that heat zone though. Oh man, maybe tired off that one. We're up, so I mean that positive gamma was sitting at that 370. We've already kind of moved up, and we're just kind of chopping there. Already seems kind of like it's made its move. We are in that put wall though. 370 is acting as the put wall. Absolute gamma's at 350. It'll probably change tomorrow. Let me pop this over here. I just want to look in here. Yeah, I mean it's got a lot of net gamma on the call side of things. You got some down there on the put side of things. Expirations, it's kind of all over there, more mixed. I just want to take a peek at one more thing in here. Yeah, I mean, this thing doesn't get a ton of trading there. A lot of ask side put premium on this thing, but doesn't look like it's really works out too much there. I mean, you had some coming there on the 24th and 23rd, and I bet you maybe it's some sort of close or spread there, because I mean, if they're getting puts, they're kind of getting hurt. Let's go look at 724, 723 quick.
Yeah, Slatty says only up today. You're damn right, dude. If you
Let's
missed the
see.
top of the show, I got kicked in the nuts with slippage by a short, but I got that account back to break even. We're on account B now, and I haven't taken a single trade on it. It's just straight up, man.
As expected there. So
Ew.
good chance for some learning here though. I mean, look at that.
Uh-oh.
There's your 724 there.
Here comes a 3-hour explanation to
723.
say a 30-second
No,
sentence,
no.
baby.
It's gonna be 2 seconds there. You see the big spike in ask side put premium there. You automatically think bearish. This is that trade there, so
It's not though. Those are
actually
no
no, it's
sides.
not. That's me. Yes,
You're
ignore
right.
me.
Good learning moment.
Yeah, don't. I went back there and I was trying. It's this guy right here. It's
Oh
this
yeah,
one
Jesus
here.
Christ.
Yeah, this goofy looking thing there. I mean, they're 51% in the money. I mean, there's not signal with. I mean, who like what are these people doing?
A lot
Who
of times
knows?
with puts like that and with
it's-
calls, it's just some weird
it's-
arbitrage bullshit that I completely ignore.
Yep. Yeah, this is, and it's at the bid too. They're 51% of the money. Yeah, there's nothing really there, but that ask side call premium on that day is what. Yeah, I saw the big premium there, and I'm like, oh, there it is right there. But yeah, I'm just kind of trying to look on for ask side. Yeah, that's this guy right here that caused that spike and that put premium there. So I mean, kind of just you see the big spikes in premium there. Go and see what caused those spikes there. I can't believe I was going to say the no side was actually that, but that is an absolutely ugly no side thing there. This could
I'm
contribute
not
a
super
little
hot
to
on
it
flow
there.
like that personally.
Yeah, and then it's multi-leg involving shares. Yeah, this is, yeah. I'm not seeing much on it. Not seeing much on it either direction. All right, let's see,
Let's do,
GRND, and then
GRND.
and then we got Apple as well. Apple, Circle, and Intel.
But yeah, Gary
Yeah.
Bostock on Twitter recommended we take a peek at GRND. It's been pumping. People be horny, I guess. People be horny.
Apparently.
Yeah, dude, damn. Up and to the right. Nice
Yeah,
move
I want to
this
see what
month for
happened there on
Grindr.
729. I want to see what happened on 729. What kind of came? And that there's not a lot of volume on these there. What is your kind of big ask side premium here kind of popping that? Looks like it's that $3 one there probably. There's not much, but that's your highest premium, so you're seeing that big spike there. I want to go back to today though, because we've already kind of made that move there. Looks like maybe some of that off on the 30. All right, let's look at today though. Yeah, bid side. I wish there was some more volume on these. We can look at the heat zone. Yeah, look, there's
Right
your
up
put
against
wall
the
just
wall.
cut. Yep, just coming out of that put wall there. Look at that 115.27. That's something that catches my eye there. There's your big spike there, 17. We've already kind of hit that there though. Gamma 25. So absolute gamma is still above us there. I just want to look here. And so we're coming off that put wall. There's your call wall up there at 25. Yeah, look at all that net gamma there on your call side strikes there. So I mean that 20's got a lot, 25's got a lot. How's our expirations? Yeah, they like that 115.27. Even if you want to come down here and look at it, here's your 115. There it is. 115. They like that 20 and 25 there. That's a little long term for me. I don't know what we got for open interest on this thing. Let's see. I just want to see if we got any big changes in open interest. Yeah, not really. It's just a little light open interest changes. Yeah, not seeing massive changes in the open interest there.
Nazi is still just going. Give me a fat pullback. I finally put on a trade. It's just a tight little stop short off of that high. No, that target down there probably isn't going to hit. I'm probably going to flatten this already just to take it. We're just juicing, man. The pressure is buy pressure, and they are not letting me catch any big shorts today, and that's okay. If you short mostly, today's not your day, and that's fine. We can take these little base hits here and there. That'll probably bounce up and take me out here.
They've had issues getting over that 75, so I'm curious to see if we do keep kind of moving though, because they haven't really dropped off any of that positioning up at 85 and 90.
I'm still expecting some stall out in this wide positive gamma range, but if you look at 75.80 now,
it dropped a little bit there on that update. I'm like, hey, they haven't dropped it. They haven't taken anything off. And then ding,
75.90 is still really strong with that positioning up there, and 75.80 is going deeper negative. So I almost wonder if they just accelerate through it to test that higher extreme of the positive gamma range.
Up there.
I imagine I just got stopped out. Nope, not quite. They're about to though. I'll take about a $60 hit if they get me. I think they will. All right, they got me. That's all right. It was worth a shot. I'm going to go back to sitting on my hands, dude. I wouldn't be that surprised. Now this isn't a call, but it would align with if they push that entire range on SPX. I wouldn't be surprised if they go to the other purple line of justice, which is way up at 28,923. Because right now, dude, they're not even giving strong pullbacks to get in on. It's just been kind of up and to the right, straight. So I'm sitting on my hands more. We'll hang out. We'll hang out. We got another, I'd say, half hour of the show, folks. So keep those flow reviews coming. We might be flow reviewing into the end of the show. If they don't give me a cleaner entry, I'm not going to force a trade for entertainment, even though I really want to.
I know. I'm sitting here. I'm itching to get a trade, but I'm not. Oh yeah, here we go through that negative gamma right there. It's trying to get up through there. Yeah, you can't chase up here though.
Yeah, it's straight
Can't
chasing.
chase up here.
Yeah, straight up chasing in this spot. That's okay. We wait. Sometimes with trading, it's all waiting. You might even have several days in a row where you don't take a trade, and that just is what it is.
Yeah,
If you got in earlier, you're probably still just trucking along, though. We bottomed out at 28,313. We're up. Oh, we're pretty damn close to 28,800. So about 500-point turnaround on the Nasdaq from that morning drop. If you caught that, holy shit, Godspeed. If you didn't, and you're like me, just sitting here waiting, welcome to trading. If you miss your trade.
Yeah, and there's no positioning building below us either to make you look for a short
Right.
either. So
Yeah,
I mean,
it's hang out and wait zone, which is fine.
Maybe
it's part of it.
Maybe we'll get a nice big nasty negative gamma bar just here. Like let's get like a 5,001 there, kind of like the FOMC one there on Wednesday. That
Data
was a nice
can
one.
and will change.
All right, grind there. I'm not really seeing too much more on that, but let's hop over to Apple because I haven't did Apple yet. Apple here, Apple's down again there. Ask side put premiums up. Call premiums are going to their lowest level of the day. Heavy negative net volume. Gonna be tough to find probably an opening contract, but we can take a peek in here. Let me just throw on a couple filters. Let's do this.
Apple.
Just this little bit here.
I have a pen.
Let's see. Somebody tried to get some calls here, but look at that. Right at open 9,000 contracts. I wonder if, look at that previous open interest. I wonder if, somebody might have tried something there. Gotta watch that. Gotta check that open interest tomorrow. But this isn't really a clean fill anyways. I mean, yes, it's kind of most of it's at the ask. We can look at it. I don't like that flow that comes in. I mean, this is 4 minutes into the day, actually. The big Apple one came in. Let's see. Let me put a stupid premium on here because it's not pulling up for me.
Here goes Nazi to another high of day.
Jeez. Right through that negative gamma, I bet, right? Yep. Probably. Yep. Oh, no, it's kind of trying to hold it there. Okay. All right, back to Apple here. Yeah, I mean, like, these are coming in 6 seconds after open. I typically don't touch flow that quick just because IV is going to be a little elevated, especially coming off the weekend. I mean, these are 41 seconds there after open. Hard to know if they're getting out or what's going on here. And then here's some big size here. Again, 3 minutes after open. I like to let things settle a little bit, especially when oops. God, here I'm closing everything in. When this has so much previous open interest too, I really got to kind of hold off there. Now, again, like if you're just seeing, hey, this is one of the highest volume contracts on the day, this is bullish. Well, clearly it's not working out if it's bullish. So again, pay attention to your volume and open interest. Use both together.
Yeah.
Because because that open interest is still there doesn't always necessarily mean that whale's still into it. And I do have a
And also, I'm pretty against the notion that just because the whale you took a trade based off of is still in, that you should be. We'll see these massive orders expire worthless constantly. You don't know exactly what they're doing. A lot of times they're hedging a massive shares position. Unless you are that trader, there's no real way to know. And so if you hit your profit targets, just because the whale's still in doesn't mean you should be. At least take off enough to cover your entry cost. Leave a runner, sure, but don't marry yourself to someone else's positioning.
Yep. Like, and again, don't just look for the highest open interest names either, because like, yes, they can potentially give you some signal, but like these XLYs here. So quick one here. So you have that 20,000, most of that carried over to the next day. So that position was open, but that whale got out here, and somebody else is holding some a chunk of those contracts there. If you're just specifically looking at that open interest, you're going to assume that whale is still. And so again, that's why, use that volume and open interest there. Just look back at the historical days there and just kind of see, oh, hey, what's going on? Hey, there's a 20,000 size candle there. There's a 20,000 size candle there. There's only one person that can trade the 20,000 contracts. Hey, I wonder if they're getting out, buying more, passing contracts off, and that's when you get that open interest update. And look, but man, I bet that first whale's kind of kicking himself. 62. These are up at 328 now. Yeah, and that's don't just stay in something too because that whale still. So, like I got one here, like these teas from last week. Like yes, they're longer dated, but like they're still in. Like who knows? They could potentially be bullish. Who knows? You're not that person. Like yes, you can look at the flow and try to get some context and see what's going on, but you truly don't know this. It could be a multi-leg without being attached to a multi-leg. This person could just have calls on and they're selling shares somewhere else, or maybe they're running a big spread somewhere else. You don't know. So I mean, again, you just gotta manage your risks smartly. Don't let the stuff go to zero. You don't know what these people are doing. You don't know what they're doing. But yeah, Apple not really seeing too much. We can look at the heat zone quick on it there. Kind of in that positive gamma right now. So maybe see a little dampening possibly here. You can see it's showing that as dampening 4 days out. Yeah, I mean, you got dampening, but that 4-day one, you got negative gamma kind of below us still and a little above us there. It's kind of in the middle there, not a super clean heat zone, 11 days out. I'd say I like the 11-day out one a little bit more. You're coming into that 310, which should kind of act as potential dampening here. You know, a little positive gamma up there at 325 there. So I would say I like that 11-day one a little bit more, maybe for a little dampening there, but not the cleanest. I do like that 0-day kind of coming in there. Obviously, you probably don't you start not caring about 0 days once you get kind of towards that lunge period there. So I mean, the data can help you so much, but
I do wonder if we see Apple hold here as support though, right around these 305s.
Yeah, I was gonna say look right where that put wall is there, and then you got that 11-day out. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad spot if you could find some flow to possibly go with it. I don't know how this gamma. Yeah, I mean, you're sitting right on that put wall there. Your net gamma does kind of favor the call side of things here now. Your expirations there too. It favors the call side of the expirations there. I'd like to see some flow coming because there's not really any call participation here. It's just bid side stuff coming in here. I'd like to see a big Apple order or something come in there.
We're chopping sideways a teeny bit on NASDAQ, but I wonder if it's just setting up for another leg. We'll have to see. That positive gamma zone is still holding pretty strong. That said, I am short.
Hey.
My stop's above high a day. I'm going to hang on to this for a second. We're on account B. We fixed account A from the slippage issue. This is just the trade I have on so y'all can see it for account B. We're hanging out. I was in 3. I'm now in 6. If this W's up, it's going to be a kick in the teeth, but we'll still be slightly green on the day. The risk to reward is worth it for me there. We're still right up against the spot I wanted to reject, and I just don't think they're gonna. But we'll hang out. I'll keep you guys updated on if anything happens with that. Right now, trajectory still buy heavy. So risky trade, not something I would want anybody to shadow.
And you should not be shadowing us.
You should
anyways, because there is a delay.
On every single platform. I might already be out by the time you hear me say I'm in. Don't shadow trade. It's dangerous. You can learn. You can see the strategy we're doing. You can do it on your own even. I love when people are in chat talking about trades they took and kicked ass on.
That's great.
I love that shit. So definitely tell us about it. Just don't jump in just because you see my dumbass jump in something. You know what I'm saying?
Intel here. Intel. We got some premiums are bid side here. I was just kind of looking at that highest volume of contract there. These potential short puts here, maybe out of the money, 34% with 25 days. I want to take a peek at these. There's not a ton of context with them because it's kind of a big block trade. They do look like sells there to me, though. I mean, they're coming. You get an IV drop when it comes in. Spot is filling, 1 cent above the bid there. I think these are short puts here, and just kind of looking at the Greeks on them again here too. It's about a 1-to-1 delta to theta ratio right now. I'd like to see that delta be a little higher, but these are 34% out of the money. I don't foresee Intel dropping 34% from here right now. I mean, you need something bad to happen, but yeah, I mean, this is a nice big opening trade at the bid there. I want to say that these look short here. I mean, I actually saved these.
This trade is paying, by the way. I took half off right here, and I'm moving my stop down. We've already played out my full range. I'm going to leave the runner on the last third here. I want to see if I can get all the way down to the top of this shelf. Otherwise, if this stops me out, we still took $150 on this trade. I'm not mad about that. Sorry to interrupt, but we got the move I was waiting for. Let's see if we can actually turn around. If we can actually turn around, I'll be a happy camper. But we are chilling, folks. Fix the slippage on account A. We're up decent on account B.
There you go. I was going to say, did you actually complete the quest?
Chad Daddy NFT. Not surprised the guys behind this account sound like an absolute chud. Well, lucky for you, friend, neither of us are the guy behind the account. But thank you for your input. Noted. And I love you. Although it is funny, somebody named Chad Daddy NFT calling someone else a chud is next level shit. There's layers to this.
Oh, what was the comment? Because I don't have it open.
It's on Twitch.
Was it
Chad Daddy
yeah.
NFT?
Oh.
Getting called a chud by an NFT guy, guys. This is 2026.
Oh, okay.
I am a chud. You're not wrong. But I'm also not the unusual whale, so...
Hey, I am not the one spending money on a pitcher that's worthless now, so, NFTs.
That's his JPEG, and it's not his fault you're jealous.
Yeah. I guess.
I'm liking this little rejection on NQ. I'm just going to leave this position open, and we'll revisit in a few minutes whether it gets stopped out or goes, but I am liking this setup now. We already took 2/3 on it, so we are in a position where we can't lose money on this trade. This is what I mean by managing your risk. Even if you think you're right and it's going to keep going, if you hit your target, take most of it off. Pocket that money. That's your money now. I don't like the adage either of after you win a trade and you throw one on right away, you're playing with house money. No, you're playing with your money. You made that money. It's not house's money. It's your money. Keep it in your pocket, man. Just clicking around here. Let's see. We did have a specific contract request. We did talk about Amazon already, but we've got a specific contract. Tucker already dropped it in there in the chat if you want to pop that bad boy open. Another Amazon put that caught somebody's eye. And then Full Metal has something spicy for us afterward.
Yeah, these Amazon puts, it almost looks like they could potentially be short. It's a heavy multi-leg, 87% multi-leg on these. I do want to look at... Ooh, these look like it's possibly closing the puts. Here, you're going to have to double check that open interest, but look at our 731. Had all that heavy volume, and we didn't even have most of that carry over, so it's already kind of questionable on how much of that carried over. Let me just pop this to 2 days. So it's questionable on how much of that's already carried over and what kind of chunk of this is carrying over. I mean, this is 1,300 contracts. It's only about a little more than a quarter of that volume on the day. So it's hard to know which part is carrying over, but I'm going to assume here, looks like probably that bigger chunk carried over here because you're seeing about another one that's about roughly the same size there. Either, I'd probably almost, I want to see what the multi-leg is here. It would be stupid to short puts here and then buy them back that quick. I mean, 715 to 5. I mean, I suppose you could collect some decent premium doing it that quick, but I mean, I wouldn't be doing 137 days out though on that. But I would double check that open interest tomorrow. I got a feeling we're going to see a change here, and I want to see what this multi-leg is here too. Let's take a peek here. Ooh, let's see. We got a bunch of... Dude, why do I always get the ugly ones there?
And with that kind of open interest, there is zero guarantee of new positioning.
Yeah. Let me click the ask side one, see if it's a little different. Yeah. Oh, and then you got some bid side calls in there too. Yeah, I would probably not 74 days, and you got 0 days in there too. Yeah, this is not really anything providing any true signal on
We are
that
currently up
there.
about 40 points on this runner from that short. So I'm just, honestly, man, I'm just going to leave this open and keep trailing my stop down. I'll keep you
There you
posted.
go.
But
Did we?
we're trucking our way down. I'm really hoping
Yeah,
this is a
there's
reversal, but I would kind of expect if they get down another like 20-ish points or so that they're going to bounce and back test some. I might flatten there and get back in, but we'll see what they do. We really slowed down up here at the highs at the exact same point that you see on Anthony's screen. We're right up against the end of that first positive gamma wall that we ran into. We're finally seeing some of that positive gamma taper off. Net put premiums aren't really moving along with it, though. So keeping a close eye on that. But right now, I am not uncomfortable sitting in this runner. We also got a beep 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 beep
Breaking
beep beep
news.
breaking news update from
boy.
Hazel Headlines.
Hazel headlines
From Variety. Let me kick over to the Hazel.
Boom.
Boom.
Bam. That's me. Yeah. So we just talked about this an hour ago. It's already out of date officially. Now that the weekend has ended, we're no longer relying on like some estimates for what movie theaters are bringing in. Spider-Man Brand New Day is now the biggest opening weekend in box office history.
Jeez.
Holy
Get fucked in game.
$360 million.
Damn, dude.
Ooh. That's crazy.
I like how Sunday's estimates were already huge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like I wasn't expecting it to be second. I certainly was not expecting to be first. That's crazy. All right, well that's update. Simple as holy shit, but yeah, you know.
Fucking getting it, Spidey.
That's good. These just came across my radar when I was looking at them. The tape looks good, but that bid ask, this is a no-no with that bid ask. Look at that. $2.50 bid ask, but I mean, this is what you want to see in flow minus the bid ask. You get your spot price rising, IV rising as it comes in. No on the bid and ask though there, so that's where I'll leave it at. All right, let me.
All right, we've got
come
that
back here.
direct request. We have 2 direct contract requests, which we see very rarely. So let's take a look at those. The first one is
I got
that,
the Amazon. We looked at those.
And then we'll do Full Metal Mix, one of our repeat offenders in the chat, wanting some fly breakdown.
Yep, I've got that. Yeah, just to kind of finish up with that Amazon there. It's too messy. It's a big multi-leg. You'd have to double check that open interest anyways on that one. A lot going on. You saw those different multi-legs in there. Probably best to find something else. All right, the flies here. Oof, these things are flying here.
I can fly.
11% in the money now. This was a clean opener. Again, this is good volume here. Thank you, Full Metal, for showing that good, clean volume. This is what you want to see. 4,700 contracts came in there. We only had 4 open. 100%. It's an opening trade, which is, I mean, the main key thing you got to do. Now let's look at that tape. Yeah, look at that tape when it came in here. Now the timing's a little funky here. It's not that same second, but just kind of seeing that 40 40 40 come in here, then you get the big size and some kind of trailers in here. And again, this is a screen time thing where and who knows, I mean, it's different seconds there, so I mean, you don't know for sure if it's the same person, but again, just kind of educated guess there. You're seeing it there on a name that had no open interest. So I mean, more than likely I'd put it in the 95% chance that it's the same person and these trades are related. I have no issue kind of saying that. But look at the IV rising here. IV's rising, spot prices rising, and just kind of looking at that the big volume and premium there. Your IV's up there filling with the ask. I would have leaned by to open there. I would have just kind of maybe noted like, yeah, it's that's different timing in there, but it's within 3 minutes there, and that's kind of where it gets a little trickier too, because a lot happens in 3 minutes. Now, if it's like 10 seconds or more, I'm gonna probably kind of go out on a limb and say, yeah, it's probably related, especially if it's heavy size and premium. But this one, again, just kind of a screen time thing here. There's not a lot of open interest on these. the odds of
All right, they
multiple
finally
people
did
just
take out my runner, but I'm looking for re-entry already. That was a damn good trade. All right, you can continue.
Yeah,
I just
there you
wanted
go.
to. I said I'd update when they stopped me out while I trailed my stop down, and I did. But we are
There
cooking
you go.
today, baby. Spider-Man's winning, and so are we.
Yeah, the odds of seeing all this random volume coming in from different traders on a strike that's kind of random with no open interest, probably a little unlikely. So that's kind of why I lean more. It's probably related there. Obviously, it's going to be impossible to know, but at least we know that 4,300 contracts that came in was an opening position there because it's against the 4, and obviously we have some other volume before that too, and that size is greater, and you get the little lock or bag, whatever you want to call it there, and it can 100% identify it as an opening trade. So yeah, these are up pretty big here. I wouldn't chase them now. Yeah. Nice,
Yeah, everybody in all the
215 up
chats
to
are still hyping
360.
up the new movie, so Macca, we got to go to the movie tomorrow. Everybody's talking about it. I'm left out. I wanna enjoy too. I wanna feel cool. Can I be a cool kid? I'm just waiting for a yeah in her chat. Let's see.
They're building up again up there at top. I would not mind maybe trying to snag a little long here off that 75 and see if we can kind of move up towards that positive gamma. I kind of want to snag one, but that price action's kind of slowing down a little bit. I don't know what we're at for volume. 17, man. We're at 20. I mean, usually we're not up at 20.
Yeah,
We're usually not up at 20.
I am short again, but they might stop this one out. It looks like they might start trying to stair-step their way back up. But I'm gonna keep my stop where it's at, and that's what it is. We are winning today. I don't care if this one stops out. That was a good trade.
Yeah,
I'm just happy. I'm just happy we were able to turn around that slippage loss because that did suck. That sucked so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but it is what it is, man. It happens, and you got to get used to it and just adapt. But we got it back. We're vibing.
Oh, looking around my tape. Oh, man.
We got another 12 minutes of the show this morning. What else we got on here? You already looked at Fly, right? We did that.
Yep.
That
Yep, we did Amazon. I think we are all caught up on the chat.
Looks like, hey, guess what? Onyx Dog, shut the fuck up and get out of my chat. Hey, Tucker, go ahead and drop a ban hammer on that sumbitch.
Let me guess. Shilling some crypto.
Shilling some crypto, baby. Get out. Bye.
Big surprise.
We'll never see you again, and that's dope. And what's cool about banning on Twitter, by the way, those of you in chat still hanging out with us, we got about 170 folks still kicking it. Don't do dumb shit in chat, because even if it's a misunderstanding, I can't unban you.
I think maybe I can't ban as a delegate account.
Well,
I
that'd
can
be
mute
lame.
and I can delete.
Awesome. Well, muting will do it. Muting is basically banning. There's no way to unmute on Twitter because the Everything app, has some things and they work some of the time. But yeah, if you
The
get muted in the
occasional app.
Unusual Whale stream on Twitter, you cannot be unmuted because there's no mechanic to do so. So that's fun. But yeah, don't spam crypto shit in my chat, dog. It's not going to work. The folks that hang out on Twitter in general probably fall for that shit plenty enough. Otherwise, people wouldn't still be doing it. I don't think our chat falls for that dumb shit. So you're wasting your time. You do piss me off a little bit. So I guess you succeeded in that, I guess. But go spam somewhere else, dickhead. Bye.
Rage baited you, man.
Yeah, dude, you got me.
He got you.
Got me.
He got you. Wait until the day Tucker starts spamming his crypto in there.
The Tuck It coin.
Tucker coin.
Tuck it.
Tuck it coin. Tuck it in coin for him. Huh? Tuck it? I call him Tuck it. I call him Tuck it. I call him
Jesus
Tuck It
Christ.
there.
We have a blanket request for Meta as well.
Yeah, let's take a peek.
Jesus.
Jeez. Yeah, Meta. I think we looked at Meta. Didn't we look at Meta? Yeah, because this was
Probably.
These heat. Yeah, we're already up past those heavy positive gammas.
Yeah, when we were last looking, they were tapering at the bottom there, I think.
Yeah, it was up like at 3%, I think, when we first looked at it. So it's up a little bit more now. Can see if there's any other flow that came in for it. Yeah, so just kind of going back here to that main page too. I mean, you see 33,000 contracts here If you look at them, they're 0-day contracts. There is not signal in this volume at all. Don't just be like, oh, there's high volume on here, they're buying calls. It's split, first of all, at the bid and ask. There are contracts. If we saw this open interest carry over, and we're not because they're going to expire, we're going to see probably more than likely a very small number carry over. But let's see if there's anything in here. Let's do this. Let's get rid of our 0-day. Let's put on 50% ask side.
Yeah, man, I had a nice little bit of movement this morning, so I imagine the 0-day will be a mess.
Yeah.
It's still weird to me that there is a 0-day for some of the big names.
Yeah, I
Monday,
mean,
Wednesday, Friday expirations.
Friday, yeah.
They did that with SPY at first, and it made shit weird for like 2 weeks. Then they made SPY every single day, and it made shit weird for like 2 months.
I mean, hey, you know, those premium collectors like those 0 days, though. Those premium collectors like it. I mean, yeah, just kind of doing a face value look here, because obviously a lot of these are already trading near the high here. I mean, they're slamming calls here. I don't want to look at every single contract in here, but yeah, just kind of a face value. I mean, this is all just calls coming in here. There's not, I mean, you have a couple kind of puts in there, but yeah, what are these? There's not really true signal in this either here. I mean, not all coming in at once. Yeah, I mean, just kind of that face value look, though. These look
pretty messy.
It's still, yeah. And then just kind of looking at that heat zone again there too. We've already moved up $36 there towards that. So I mean, we're at kind of roughly 560. Price went through that positive gamma. Tough to chase this. Can always find I don't know how many times I do it where I just kind of go over and I just try to scroll that wheel up and it zooms in on the chart every time. I do want to make a point though about kind of that volume there too. So I mean, like, you look at that 0-day, we're not going to see that update here, but like if we go and look at like Tesla here, let me just find one that kind of had, you know, some previous open interest. Like if we look at that volume from Friday, like let me go back to Friday. Like you see all this volume in here. You had 28,000 contracts traded. We only had 2,900 carryover. Again, there's not signal in just high volume. Now, if there's high volume all coming in at once, yes, but multiple little hits like this, you're not going to get a signal. There's nothing in here that's telling me if somebody's buying or selling or what. So, you know, just pay attention to that. Use both the volume and open interest and your historical kind of look back here just to see what's going on. What are we doing there? Oh, I should have took my long. That's okay. That's okay. 75, we're up 5 points from there. That's okay. It's a tough spot to long when we're up so much, but right through that negative gamma.
It's a tough spot in general. But that positive gamma there is holding strong. If they pin it and go sideways here for a few hours, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah, I've been doing my scalping that last kind of 20 minutes of the day, 20 minutes, half hour, because you're seeing more of that positioning changing there. So if you're quick on the draw, you know, you can.
Yeah. I'm kind of the opposite. I do most of my scalping in the morning, so that's why the show works out well, because I can just do it here, show how I'm doing it and why. But right now I'm sitting on my hands. That last stab at a short got stopped out just barely, but I'm still looking for this place to give us a rejection in the near future. Got to keep an eye on how those positionings are updating, though. All right, we got an MU blanket request as well as AMD again. I think we looked a little at AMD earlier.
Yeah, AMD has earnings tomorrow, so it's gonna be kind of. So we can look at the earnings move on that and stuff. But yeah, MU here. Let's see anything interesting coming in. Just a lot of, again, here we are talking about the high volume stuff again. There is not a signal in here like, hey, they're getting 0-day calls. This is bullish. Like, obviously, you know, somebody can come back and be like, well, yeah, if you would have got them at the open here, I mean, they went from $1.67 up to $8.68. Like, cool, but you can't tell me where somebody's opening a position, closing a position. There's just a lot of contracts changing hands in here. So, I mean, it's not signal. Obviously, you know, some food. Well, if you would have took it there, it's gonna go up. Like, okay, cool, great. Let me show you all the ones that haven't worked out like that.
Most of them. Most of them.
Yeah.
Ooh, what was that? Did we get new data? Is now another data, or did we get a Trump tweet yeet? We just got a lot of wiggle in the
What
dome.
happened?
The rejection wasn't crazy. It was about 40 points, but the dome is chopping around like crazy right now. Did we miss something?
I don't see anything on my end.
Might be some low
Nothing
volume
on my
shenanigans,
end.
but the Nasdaq dome is doing some weirdo shit. Bills are really
Uh-oh.
weird, bid-ask spreads really wide, and it happened in about 1 second. So I was just wondering if we missed a Trump tweet yeet. It wasn't too crazy. I don't think it was like more bombs bullshit. But it was a nice little wiggle there.
All right, let's see what we got on MU here. Yeah, I'm just kind of, just doing that face value look here. I mean, 4 days. I mean, I don't think anybody in our chat's going to probably be paying $106 a contract. I mean, I know I'm not.
I don't
This
know about
is
you, but
one
I'm
of
not
those.
sitting on 100 grand just chilling.
Yeah, it's a big multi-leg anyways there. I'm just kind of looking here, maybe that 810, 880, but again, gotta double check that open interest. Just because these are traded at the ask doesn't mean they're gonna add there. And I mean that first candle 787, you got 500 there, about 400 there. So I mean it's very close, and you got some other sporadic hits in there too. Got to double check that open interest. Probably not a really good signal on that one, anyways. About these. Maybe these, these could be a good signal. Very low multi-leg percent, out of the money 14%. All that volume's coming in at once. So if we take a peek here, again, you see all that volume coming in here. We only had 71 open contracts on the chain here. Now, they're 11% out of the money. They're a little pricey there. I mean, $14 a contract. So I don't get enough context in this one to kind of pick a direction. That IV drops when it comes in, but that spot's filling at the ask. And usually when that IV drops and they're filling at the ask, I like to kind of see what that stock price is doing. So from that earlier price there, about actually, I mean, 15 seconds earlier there, you're seeing that IV kind of drop here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this one that's 15 seconds earlier here.
Uh-oh. Anthony dropped off of the call, but he's still live technically. So if he can hear me, hopefully he refreshes.
Kind of.
Oh, he's back. There we go.
Make reasoning why, but I don't like that IV dropping here with that stock price rising. It's just something that kind of yellow flaggish. Now, it's not a science where, oh, the IV's dropping and that's doing this. It's not going to work out. There's plenty of times where the flow, I mean, even the fills can be kind of goofy and it works out. Again, it's just little clues and rules that I go by. Again, everybody can make their own rules, but just, that's something that kind of garners my attention there more so. I do want to look at the heat zone on that. And I mean, just kind of looking at the premiums here too. I mean, call premiums are just heavy bid side here too. So it's, maybe try to find some other flow to go along with it. And I'm just kind of looking in here. Anything else? Not really. Let's do a heat zone read on it. Heat zone read on MU. A lot of that. Yeah, we're just sitting in that acceleration still.
Yeah.
Sitting in that acceleration 4 days out. Yeah, I mean, 800 there. 800's an absolute gamma. It's negative gamma there. Yeah, just expecting volatility more so there. Yeah, there we go. There's your 800 there, a little below us there, and that's that absolute gamma. I think we might kind of, and look at all that net gamma there on the put side of things there too. I mean, it's going to be a volatile name. Memory chips, I mean, we're getting up and down every day. I mean, that's big pops all last week. So expect some volatility with that there.
We
But
like
yeah,
volatility, folks. I don't like the reason for a lot of modern volatility.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty dog shit
Yeah.
globally. But it does give us something to trade, which keeps shit entertaining. I did catch the
Yeah.
short, but I'm already out. They're starting to recover a bit. I don't know what gave us the drop. I'm gonna be honest. I've been waiting for a rejection of that positive gamma zone, and I was able to catch this red candle here. But now I'm still waiting. I want to see how high they can bounce this back up on the back test. But with the way that gamma positioning just stayed strong right where we're at, I'm not of the mind we'll blow off the top. I think that holds as a bit of a rejection spot. But we are coming up here to the tail end of the Monday show. Is there anything?
I was gonna say Trump's speaking right now too, so
maybe
yeah,
that wiggle we looked at earlier. It could have very well been a Trump comment.
Something.
Back to that topic of volatility, baby. He says one word or types one tweet and shit goes crazy. Now he's monetizing. He's monetizing his posts, which is crazy. The sitting president is hanging out. Dude, it's something crazy. Yeah. Early access to his posts that are about public policy.
About winning the war.
In no way should be monetized, but it is what it is. You know, it's always a good sign when your sitting officials are monetizing news. That's always good. With that said, let me punt us over to the 3 cam. Tugger, get your fingers out of your nose. Look presentable.
They were not up there, bro. They were not up there.
Got my dog's legs.
Slander.
Look at those Pete's. Look at those little Pete's. He is passed the fuck out on the floor. But thanks for coming, everybody, to the Monday show. Things are going to be a little spicy in Mondays moving forward. They're going to be very futures-oriented. So if you're way more interested in the futures scalping aspect of these shows, which it does seem to be looking at the metrics, what's most interesting to folks, Mondays are going to be your day for it. Today was a little wonky, but we're going to be set up, I hope, Tucker, for next Monday to do the spicy futures shit. And Wednesdays are going to be the same old, dicking around, taking trades, looking at flow. Those of you who came in on the YouTube, holy shit, guys. This is the most viewed episode we've had on YouTube since we came back to streaming. So that is really dope. If you guys aren't subscribed to the Unusual Whales YouTube channel, head over there. That's where you're going to be able to see the schedule in real time as well, because like I said, Twitter isn't exactly stream-oriented. They claim to be, but you know, they claim to be a lot of shit. They claim to be everything, apparently. But YouTube, I'm going to be focusing a lot more there as well. We're going to get some stuff set up for the chat to have some fun, and I might even see if I can get some stuff set up for members, because I saw a couple of people straight up became members of the Unusual Whales YouTube channel, so I appreciate you for that. I got to get stuff worked together so we can make it a little bit more entertaining and interesting and special for the homies. But outside of that, guys, we will be back Wednesday morning, same places, same time, doing the same shit. And I'll be back with a Spider-Man update, because we are going to go see that tomorrow, and I'm pretty pumped. For the vote, it looks like Tobey Maguire wins, with Stonerman a not-so-close second. So I'll take it. I'll take it. Otherwise, folks, thanks for coming. Thanks for kicking it with us. Thanks for your flow requests. Not thanks for your crypto spam bullshit. You can get out of here with that.
It was only one. It was only one today, though. And usually it's like 20.
That's a record. Shivani Rana says, live learning session, please. Do I have a treat for you? I'm going to drop it in the chat here. We have an Unusual Whales office hours every Wednesday at noon 30 Eastern. That is straight up beginner friendly. Questions about the site, questions about flow, walkthroughs. That will be your go-to if you're a beginner trying to learn the site, trying to learn options in general. I can't recommend that enough. But that link also is our full stream schedule, period. Every time we're going to be live, you'll see it there. There's also the YouTube, which again, I can't recommend enough. We're going to be putting out a lot more content on YouTube in the form of shorts, educational videos, fun little quips from the show. But all that said, folks, we'll see you again on Wednesday with a Spider-Man update. Valeu, Helio. Muito prazer, cara. Obrigado. See you guys Wednesday.
See ya.
Best outro ever.
Was that Portuguese at the end there?
Yep.